Looking for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff have over 40 years experience in the territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnellie and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Maddicap Media. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the NTE Series. Well, thanks to Shannons Insurance, round number 2. It's going to be a fantastic race here today. Of course, they're TCRs in their qualifying session at the moment. As you can see, 16 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this one. And at the moment, it's Damon Mulqueen from Signage Sim Racing at the top of the charts there. So Damon Mulqueen leading this one at the moment, and we'll just have to wait and see as the qualifying session unfolds. Jack Whittis is back, and how will he go this week after the TCR race didn't quite go his way in the last round, so it really didn't go his way. We've got Sam Dicker in 3rd place, Jake Burgess in 4th at the moment, Ray Oliver in the number 99 car in 5th positions. Blake Warboy still there just outside the top 5 in 6th position at the moment. Remembering the best time at the moment, a 1:39.21 there from Damon Mulqueen. We'll have to see how it goes. Looking at the timesheet there, we are at 1:39s all the way down to position number 12. So the top 12 in the 1:39s at the moment. We'll have to wait and see how this race unfolds. We've got a big race coming your way here today. Let's have a look a bit at the race preview here as we go through and look at this. It's 4.28 kilometres, 9 turns to get around here. Like you say, best lap of 1.39 at the moment is what we're looking at. Average speed of 155 k's. Of course, air temperature is 26 degrees. Track temperature 21, so not too bad out there. It's going to take a little bit of a toll on the tyres. No humidity, very little wind, and of course we are at the Red Bull Ring this week. Can't wait to see how the racing unfolds. Red Bull Ring, very, very entertaining track, and we'll wait to see Damon Mulqueen still at the top of the table. Sam Dicker, though, is back, which he missed round number 1, and we know throughout the E-Series that Sam Dicker is quite a formidable opponent, so we'll have to wait and see how Mr. Dicker goes on. I'm Matty Cav, and I will be joined very shortly by Daniel Leet here to bring you round number 2 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. Of course, we couldn't do it without all of our sponsors, and we need to thank them as we go through. And it's great to have everybody on board. Of course, don't forget, all thanks to Shannons Insurance, you can win a Corvette and an Indian Scout. So get in the running for that if you're a current Shannons member, or if you want to get involved, 134646, and go get yourself a quote on an eligible Shannons Insurance policy, and you might be in the chance to get yourself a Indian Scout and a Corvette. Also, don't forget, we do have changed things up a little bit when it comes to the schedule here. Of course, we had our 2-hour practice there. We are going to a 20-minute qualifying session, where previously we were a little bit longer. We had the half an hour, but we've gone back to a 20-minute qualifying session at the moment. And then we will go into a 20-minute TCR race, change servers over, and then we head into the supercar qualifying at 20 minutes plus a 40-minute supercar race. So it's a big one tonight. We've got a couple of hours coming your way, and we will catch up obviously at the end of the see who is the winner of the Red Bull Ring. Can't wait to find out who that might be. Don't forget, we got a big list of entries this year. We had 45 entries. A few people just missed out actually in the first round, but all the usual people back. Paul Mansell, our Series 1 winner, is back, of course. Can't wait to see how he goes. And this one wasn't a great start for him. We know he copped a couple of penalties there in round number 1, so we'll have to wait and see if he can bounce back in this one and whether he can improve on his positions that he gained last time. So we'll have to wait and see if maybe he can do a change. Of course, his teammate, though, is the other one we will be looking for here, because his teammate, well, it could be his week for Guy Leach. Again, last week he got himself on the podium there, but unfortunately he didn't get the big wins. But Guy Leach just knows how to chip away at a championship and took out our Series number 2 last year in 2021. So he'll be in 2022. There's some strong contenders. Jack Widders is back, of course, and we know how tough he was in Series number 2. It just didn't quite go his way in the final couple of races. Of course, go to the website, www.nteseries.com.au. You can keep up to track with everything that's going on. So that's www.nteseries.com.au. Track it. Of course, we do have the podcast, all thanks to Breaking Late. Get onto that one. They will be doing that, of course, every Thursday while we've got the series running. So tune in to the official podcast of the Shannons Insurance NTE series, the Breaking Late podcast. And they'll be talking to all the wildcard drivers, the championship standings, going through everything, catching up with some of the drivers. We can't wait to see. I do believe they've got some sim rigs to show off as well. So check that one out. And just having a look at where everybody is coming from out of our 45 entries. We do have the one Kiwi over there. No Tasmanians still, but we do have the one Kiwi over there. The Victorians, every state in Australia basically, plus our friends over in New Zealand. So we'll have to wait and see how he goes. Remembering we've got a bit of prize money on the line here for series number 3 of the Shannons Insurance NTE series. $200 for first prize, $100 for second, $50 for third. Overall, that is $50 for best presenter Holden, $50 for best presenter Ford. And then we go to $25 in iRacing credits per round for driver of the day. The best and fairest to get himself $150 cash across the series. The most improved, $80. And of course, the wooden spoon, well, you get yourself $50. Nothing to be too shabby about. Grab yourself $50 at the end of the series if you end up with the wooden spoon. And of course, we do have a competition, all thanks to E&K Racing there. The Darwin Supercars giveaway. So one of 3 hot passes there for the Darwin Supercars, June 17 to 19. You have to get yourself to Darwin if you're not already there. But once you're there, you're all in. A private tour of the pits with the number 26 E&K Racing and pre-production car. And of course, go and hang out with the guys and girls of that team. We can't wait to see who might win that one. All you need to do is go and share and like the post on the E&K Racing Facebook page, and you're in the draw. So make sure you do that one. Great supporters of the Shannons Insurance NTE series. It's going to be a big one here tonight. Can't wait to find out who might take out the TCR at the moment, though. I'm just having a look up there. Damon Malqueen still sitting there with that 139.21. Jack Widders in second. Sam Dicker now in third. Jake Burgess, our fearless leader. Let's have a look. He's in 4th position at the moment. He's got all the liveries on from our fantastic supporters of the Shannons Insurance NTE series. We have to thank everybody who has just been a part and made everything, I suppose, available for us once again, and so many people coming back to support this fantastic series. Having a little bit further down, Sean Norris is back actually in the number 7. Well, we might go and quickly catch up with Sean Norris there, who joined us there. Of course, the wheelchair basketballer who's competed for Australia in quite a few of the wheelchair Olympics, and it's great in the Paralympics there, and great that Sean could rejoin us again for round number 2. I think he must have enjoyed himself too much at round number 1. He decided to come back, and something a little bit different there with the hand controls, as we have seen. It is used quite often with some people around the world, so great to see. Tommy Orton, he's not out there, of course, when I go looking for Tommy Orton. I just got to make sure he's actually out on track at the moment. A few of them will be ducking into the pits and resetting their cars. I'm sure they're trying to get the quickest lap as possible. Mickey Arquedas is back in the number 26. Good to see he is turning some laps once again, and caught up in the traffic last week, I would say. Just caught up there, and we'll have to wait and find out exactly how he goes this week. Dylan Saints is back here at the Red Bull Ring. We'll have to see if we can catch up with him very shortly. Bradley Minshall joining us. We will get him on some webcams throughout this series, and that'll be fantastic fun to have him along as well. So Bradley Minshall, of course, driving the Hyundai Elantra from Western Australia, was in the 2021 series. It's great to have him back. Of course, all thanks to Nath 96 Designs, True Seal, 65 clicks, dynamic floor and wall tiling. And as you can tell, he's been iRacing for about 3 years. So sort of come into this, I suppose, like many, a little bit prior to COVID, luckily, but most of us have joined since the COVID period. And really taken off the iRacing. Good to see so many people staying on the platform, I suppose, as an alternative to when they can't make the track, or just to maintain their reaction times when it comes to racing. So we'll have to keep up with this, I think. We'll have to keep this series going as best as we can. I'm just having a little bit look further down. Timmy Driscoll's still here, just in front there, as you can see that in the Audi. Very little popular car, the Audi, this season. Seems to be doing quite well so far in the championship there. And from the Northern Territory, all thanks to Darwin Gasman. very limited iRacing experience, but I suppose that's when you get the series come up. You know, you got to come back and do it again, especially if you had a good time in 2021 or in 2020 when we first kicked things off. Need to make sure you can get back and join us once again. We love having a good time here in the Shannons Insurance NTE series. They're fantastic supporters, and we could not do this series without them. Third year in a row too, the NTE series. So glad that they could rejoin us. I hope Rob and the boys are watching along and having a fantastic time like they have the previous 2 years. But 1346.46, and of course, if you are eligible, you can go in the draw to get yourself that Indian Scout, which is fantastic. So you can get yourself an Indian Scout or win the Corvette. It's a nice little package to get, I suppose, to put in the shed that you can enjoy. We always love those sorts of things. Just having a look at our round one winners. Nathan Norman took away in the TCR race, got the win there with David Mulqueen in second, who's currently sitting number one in our qualifying ranks. Justin McLean just behind in third. So they were our top three when it came to the TCR race. In the supercars, it was Jack Witters came back after that TCR incident early on. Guy Leach, last year's champion, ended up in second, so just getting those points. And Josh Drage jumped out of qualifying for Jake Burgess and decided he'd get in a car this year. And look where he ended up, third position in the supercars. And he seems to be quite strong when it comes to the big heavy cars that are hard to control around the circuits when it comes to iRacing. Hasn't quite found his pace when it comes to the TCR so far. And if we go down there, maybe we can just find Josh Drage and see what he's doing out on track at the moment. Looks like he might be in the pits there, just changing over. Catch up with Darren Crosby now, though. Getting around. Looks like he's going to come out in the Honda, Mr. Crosby. The number 66. From Queensland, race last year, the M1 Racing. Been on iRacing for a couple of years now and absolutely loving it. It's a fantastic way to get involved, especially if you've probably jumped out of a race car due to money reasons, or you've just decided, you know what, I don't have the time with the family. You can come back and do the iRacing platform, just jump on after the kids go to bed, or you can get on there whenever you've got a spare moment. Much easier to maintain that. And we're glad that Mr. Crosby could join us once again for the second year in a row now. So we look, James Zet's down there. I'm just going to see if we can find James out on track. He might have, there he is, coming up on our screen. Getting around in the number 65, James Zet's. In the Audi RS, of course, the RS3, another one. Like we say, so many Audis have been the choice of car when it comes to the TCR. From South Australia, his first time competing in the NTE series. He's been racing for about 7 years. Mainly official racing plus the XL E-Series last year, so obviously stepping up the game just a little bit there. But it's great to see that James could join us for the first time in the NTE series. Quite a number of first-timers there. I think we've got about 14 or 15 new timers when they come to the NTE series. I hope they're having a fantastic time. We've enjoyed getting you on board. Damon Mulqueen still sitting up the number one position at the moment there with a 139.21. So hasn't been beaten off that at this moment. That looks like it's going to be the fastest run. Last lap was a 139.82. So conditions there might be just changing out there as the tyres start to go away. They will be resetting and getting themselves back on. First year champion now got the cool drive on the side. It was the injectors online, now sort of gone over to the cool drive, which I believe has taken over the injectors online business. So Paul Mansell there coming back into the series after taking out the 2020 series number one for the Shannons Insurance NTE series. Does a lot of the iRacing Lewis, and we do have to thank him for some of our graphics that we have got throughout the series. He does a lot behind the scenes and the Paul Mansell photography stakes, and if you want to get your livery done, he's a man you can go and approach. He does do them for a lot of the supercar teams and places like that. Does a lot of work to make them shine, and Madicab Media needs to thank him for the livery on our supercar as well. So Mr. Paul Mansell will have to find out exactly where he ends up. Didn't get on the podium, I suppose, in round number one, so you'll have to see what he can do there. A couple of other things we do give away each week, of course, is the drive of the day. And last week it was Mr. Daniel Norris in the 27. Walked away with that one, drive of the day, $25 in iRacing credits. As you can see in race one, started position number 30, ended up in position number 18. And in the supercar race, started in position number 8, ended up in position number 12. Managed to fight his way through the pack and got the Pecky's Performance Racing on the side. Out of Western Australia, the number 27. And it's good to see that he's in the Hyundai Elantra in the TCR at the moment. Driving all thanks to Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tune, Tim Nickel Photography, Quantum Tint Solutions and West Oz Roof Restorations, a fantastic supporter of the NTE series as well. So congratulations to Dan Norris for getting the drive of the day in round number one. Great to see his brother on here too. Like we said earlier, the wheelchair basketballer. Good to have Sean back, actually. He was our wild card in round number 1, but he's managed to make that back, which is fantastic to see. He obviously enjoyed himself. Good group of guys. I know he was on the Breaking Late podcast, which, like we say, get onto him. The Breaking Late podcast every Thursday while the series is on. Go and check them out. You'll find them all over Facebook. You just need to look them up. The official podcast of the NTE series every Thursday while this is running. And of course, I did catch up with Sean. You can probably catch that one and replay it at your leisure if you need to. Just having a look here. Kevin Norman is getting around at the moment in the number 73. And we see Kevin Norman, another one of the Audis. He's competed in both years of the NTE series so far, all thanks to Flat Out Karts and SDM, the Sand Dicker Motorsport. And, well, mostly in the go-kart region, but he's been doing iRacing for many years. Well, I'm going to say many years compared to most of the people in the field. But it's good that Kev can get back in this series. He's had the time between his go-kart racing. Of course, Western Australia didn't seem to miss out on too much motorsport throughout the COVID period. Stuck in their little island over there, they managed to keep a lot of sporting events alive, which big hats off to them. As the rest of us have just got back into it in the last probably 3 to 4 months as we get around the country and enjoy a lot more motorsport. It's great, though, that we keep the series and we can still get the numbers here who want to join us and keep this series alive. Josh Drage there just comes up on our screen, like we say, number 3 last week in the supercar race. Didn't fare well in the TCR, and Mr. Drage at the moment just down the ranks here in position number 38. So he won't be happy with that in the Audi. It's not the Audi doing it. He obviously fixed setup in this race as well. So it's not like we have the different teams with more experience or more cars that are getting around there and managing to get the setup right. It is a fixed setup. Everyone has to struggle with it. It might suit some driving styles, but it may not. Josh Drage, the first time he's been in our series, although he has been in the background there giving many pointers to Jake Burgess over the time. Well, thanks to WK and P. It's great to see that he could join us as South Australian down there doing a lot with Jakey in the southern states, and I'm sure he's egging him on somewhere not too far away. Just having a look who else. Stephen Kennedy is getting around at the moment. He's currently sitting down there in 23rd position in qualifying. He's on a 140.75. See, you got to remember, he's only a second and a half off our fastest driver, which is Damon Mulqueen, still sitting up there in the number 1 with a 139.21. So 139.21 for Damon Mulqueen, still leading us as we follow around, though, at the moment. This is Stephen Kennedy in the number 55 car, the Honda Civic Type R from New South Wales. First time joining us in the series. Congratulations. We're happy to have you here. And that's what we like. We like to see so many people starting to just be part of what is fantastic little community of racing. Rossi Johnson is back, and it won't be the Toyota 86. He missed us last round from memory. He spent a very wet and wild Sydney round in his 86. He was swimming around there somewhere at Sydney Motorsport Park, but good to see he's back on the sim. Managed to get him back here. Big shout out to Tyrone Anderson, who couldn't make it for this week, mainly because he's decided to take a holiday, go away for work. I don't know what it is, but somewhere he'll be just sitting back enjoying a Great Northern watching this stream. But we do miss him, and hopefully Tyrone will be back for round number 3. There's no reason he would not be, so we can't wait to see Tyrone make it back. So we look at who else in the field. Mark Peck. I'm just going to see if he comes up on our screen. He's getting some laps out there at the moment. Mark Peck in the familiar 79 down there in 35th position. Actually didn't have too bad a week last week. Managed to make his way back through the pack into the low 20s from me. I think he might have even got a teen somewhere there. So to wait and see how he ends up in the series, Mr. Peck. And it's fantastic. He could rejoin us there in the Audi as well. Raced in both of our seasons. Really got involved in the iRacing, I suppose, as part of COVID, and managed to put his sim in the gym, and I don't know how he got away with it, but he managed to get money out of Cheryl so he could spend money on his sim, and I don't know, he probably hasn't told her how much he spent so far, so we'll let you know. It's probably less than 20 grand, Cheryl. It's fine. We won't dob you in, Mark. No drama there. Shane Ewens is back in the Territory cars. It looks like our qualifying session has finished. So qualifying session has now finished. Let's have a look at our qualifying results and find out where everybody ended up here for the TCR race as we go into round number 2 here at the Red Bull Ring. All thanks to Shannons Insurance. And as you can see, Damon Mulqueen up the top there with 139.215. Could not get pipped at the post. Did that very early on in qualifying 2. Jack Widdowson 2nd. Sam Dicker in 3rd. Jake Burgess in 4th. Ray Oliver in 5th. Blake Warboys in 6th, Nathan Norman in 7th. Callan Gear ended up in 8th position, Kevin Norman in 9th, and Justin McLean in 10th. Number 11, Sean Norris. That's a nice result, actually. Dean Power in 12th position. Then we go back to 13th, Michael Haukitas. 14th, Ash Barella. 15th, Nathan Norman. Cameron Edwards in 16th. Michael Freeman in 17th. Paul Mansell back there in 18th. Needs to do some work. Tommy Orton in 19th, as long as the power stays on. Rossi Johnson. It's not a wet track, so he's just a bit unfamiliar with it. In 20th position, Bradley Minshall in 21st. Stephen Kennedy in 22nd. James Balvins in 23rd. Daniel Norris back in 24th. Darren Crosby in 25th. Neil Woodburn in 26th. Dylan Sates 27th. Michael Gore 28th. Mitch Strzelecki in 29th. James Zetz in 30th. And Richard Brella 31st. Tim Driscoll in 32nd. Nick Sutton, Mark Peck. John Van Rier. Justin Cotter in 36th. Shane Newens 37th. Josh Drage back in 38th. And then we go through, obviously, our safety cars there as they are out on track. We do have a live safety car system, which means we do have a few issues with that. It happens very, very quickly. So as they start to get prepared, it's not too far away from getting underway with our race at the moment. Let's run through our starting grid when it comes to the TCR very, very quickly. I see Damon Mulqueen on the front row with Jack Widdus. Sam Dicker and Jake Burgess on row 2, Shane Oliver and Blake Warboys on row number 3. As we go through, Nathan Norman and Callan Gear on row number 4, Kevin Norman and Justin McLean on row number 5, row 6 is Sean Norris and Dean Powell. We'll keep running through these. Michael Akitis, Ash Barella, Nathan Brown, Cameron Edwards, Michael Freeman and Paul Mance will take you back to the 9th row. 10th row will be Tommy Orden and Rossi Johnson all the way back there. We can't be too far away from getting underway with this race. Darren Crosby and Neil Woodburn will be on row number 13. Dylan Sates and Michael Gore on row 14. Row 15 will be Mitch Strzelecki and James Zetz. As you can see there, that looks like our little practice session is about to happen. Just finishing up there as our flags come out. Richard Barella and Tim Driscoll on row number 16. Nick Sutton and Mark Peck on row number 17. Then it's John Van Rier and Justin Cotter in row number 18. And we go to our final ones. As you can see there, just the last couple there, that's going to be Shane Newens and Josh Drage. That's our starting grid for the TCR race for round number 2 at the Red Bull Ring, all thanks to Shannons Insurance. So let's go find them out on track because they won't be too far away. And, of course, it is going to be Mulqueen who will start us off. Damon Mulqueen. Just waiting for them to join us out on track. And it looks like we might be in our practice section, actually. This is our little practice session, our warm-up session, I suppose, as they get out there. While we let them do the warm-up, what we might do is grab a couple of words from our fantastic sponsors here at the Shannons Insurance NTE Series.
Looking for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff of over 40 years experience in the Territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Madicab Media. So we still got our warm-up happening at the moment. Let's run through a couple of things as we come, of course, fixed setup when it comes to the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. So there will be no drivers being able to put their own suspension setups or anything like that. It is all set and forget by the organisers. So very easy to follow in that sense, is that they you can't really change things up too much as our warm-up session just at the moment. So we've got a couple of minutes to get away with the race. A chance for the drivers just to have a little bit of a break. Most want to keep out doing some laps. At the moment, though, your number 1 qualifier is Damon Mulqueen, who got away, will be on the front row of the grid. And we might actually have a look at those qualifying results once again while this warm-up is underway. Don't forget, big thanks to all of our sponsors who have made this possible. Shannons Insurance, West Oz Roof Restorations, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, Cool Drive Auto Parts, Higher Power, Auto Inspections, and Road Services NT, and of course MP Style Signage and Graphics, and of course the Pool Guys Complete Pool Care Adelaide. So it's the Pool Guys Adelaide. Couldn't do it without them. Damon Mulqueen, our number one qualifier there, 139.215. Jack Whittaker, 139.32. Sam Dicker, Jake Bird just makes it into the top 5. Ray Oliver in 5th position as we look through. Looks like we've got 38 cars in today. Of course, we do have a couple of cars there down the end. Race control and safety car means we do have a live safety car out there. It is not one that is dispatched by iRacing. We actually are going to be running these directly out of our race control, which is 24/7 race control, looking after us throughout the series, and we congratulate them on coming on board and being part of the Shannons Insurance NTE series. A couple of names there we need to really look at is Paul Mansell back in 18th. That's a tough position for him, and we'll put him right in the pack. Rossi Johnson, well, we've seen him battle it out in the Toyota 86 series alongside the V8 supercars when they've been getting around, and he's had a fair bit of damage on a couple of rounds, so he'll be used to fight it out in the middle of the pack. Luckily, he won't have to spend the weekend in the shed fixing the car after this one if he has to do a bit of push and shove there. And I'll just having a look down there. Michael Gore in 28th position as well. Dylan Saints decided, when he pulls the lap out, he's normally a bit higher than 27th, so he'll be back there just looking to see what he can improve on. Last few seconds of our warm-up here. Josh Drage, another one, all the way back in 38th position. Really not enjoying the supercar, especially when we know that he was 3rd on the podium come the supercars in round number 1. So he won't be happy with that. Our warm-up session comes to an end. We weren't too far away from starting off our race here in the TCR. It's going to be Damon Mulqueen who is going to kick things off here. He's going to be at the start of the grid. We're going to yellow flag conditions at the moment while we set the grid. And here they go. They're all starting to come out. We'll have to wait. Damon Mulqueen, just waiting for him to get into the session. There we go. He's on the front row. Here we go. The starting grid underway. We'll be waiting for this to go green very, very shortly. Race, of course, 20 minutes of racing conditions. Who will be out there at the end of 20 minutes? If we're halfway through a lap, we'll complete that one out. It's the NTE Series, round number 2, coming to you from the Red Bull Ring. The crowd are standing up, ready for the race to get underway. It's very quiet. We can't hear the RPM. Very hard to start these cars off too. They tend to bog down a little bit. Remember, we will be revealing our round 4 mystery round tonight, so don't forget that. Our round 4 mystery round will be coming your way between races. We're going to reveal that one. Very, very exciting news coming to the NTE Series. All right, the RPM comes up. We're not too far away from starting this race. Oh no, bogs down. Mulqueen gets overtaken. Jack Whittaker takes the lead. Sam Dicker in second. Blake Warboys now. And Jack Whittaker now moving away. Look at this. He'll be looking for another win here. Oh, a bit of bump and shove in the background there. It was one of the flat-out cars. I'm just trying to see who that might have been. It was one of the Normans there. Brothers side by side. Kevin and Nathan Norman in position 5 and 6. So both the brothers just waiting to see as they come down to this corner. Looks like they're going to pull this one up. Sam Dicker is in 3rd position in the flat-out karts entry. Just behind him is Callan Gear and Nathan Norman behind. Callan Gear there in 4th position. They're all tucked in. Good to see that the Normans might have changed their liveries there. I'll have to check that. Maybe Trading Paints hasn't done an update there. Oh, dive down the inside now. Kevin Norman, Justin McLean. Can he make this one happen? Doesn't look like he's still trying to get alongside, though. Justin McLean doing everything he can. He's looking. He wants to see if he can make a move over Kevin Norman, just holding him up at the moment. He needs to watch out, though. Ray Oliver's behind him. Ray Oliver in a chance here. Maybe he can get a 2-for-1 deal if something happens in front of him. Ray Oliver in the number 99 car, the Honda Civic from Western Australia. Missed out on last year's series, but he's back. All thanks to Verace, Mindset, Jam Mats, Lux Performance, Blue Stampede. Oh, look at this. They've gone around the outside. Now it's a chance now. Kevin Norman, Callan Gear and Nathan Norman are fighting it out, and it's given him a chance to get him down the inside here, though, for Justin. McLean. Can he get a move done? We're having a look as they come around to complete the first lap. Will he get him under brakes? You surely would think he'd be down the inside here. Makes it stick. No crisscross. No one else. Ray Oliver's not going to try and get involved in this fight either. No, it doesn't look like that's going to happen as I have a bit of a look back there. Jakey Burgess has dropped back as well. I don't know what's happened to Jakey in this one. Something a little bit early on. There's a couple of things here. We've got a couple of race control messages coming through. Looks like we've had a couple of incidents out there. Lap number 1, car number 26 incident, no further action. So that's car number 26 is Michael Haukitis. Something has obviously happened in the background there. We'll have to wait and see if anything else comes out of lap number 1. A few little incidents just sort of unfolding there now we've completed them. But there, number 26, no further action. And look, here's Jake Burgess now, and he's got some people in the background there, a couple back. Damon Malqueen now. You got a feel for him at the moment because he bogged the car down on the start, didn't go anywhere, and everyone just drove around him at this point. He's ended back down in 11th position at the moment, down 10 positions. This will be hurting Mr. Malqueen at the moment. Be hoping that maybe he can get something out of that one. Looks like race control coming down, number 56 that is. So that's Shane Ewens there with contact with number 18, Simon Farrington. Farrington was at the back, so it looks like he's going to get a penalty for that one too. A pit lane penalty. So that's unfortunate there. Very, very unfortunate. See who else we've got down there. Daniel Norris has made it up to position number 23, Mr. Norris. So he is just having a look, 10 positions for Darren Crosby now. Mr. Crosby is up 10 positions and he is moving through the pack at the moment in the Honda. Purple sector time's up there for Jack Widders out the front. Purple sector number 1. He's done the fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:40.49. So he's flying. Don't worry about Jack Widders. Opening up a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field now. 2.68 seconds is how far that has gone out. But yeah, we're on board now with Mr. Crosby. Darren Crosby there. He's doing a nice job. Up 10 positions. Can you believe that? Up 4 positions as well. Cameron Edwards. So Cameron Edwards now up 4 positions. He's just, looks like he might get another one there, does he? No, he's just dropped back 1 position there, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. He's going along nicely in the number 11. Cameron Edwards, obviously from South Australia, the first time joining us in the NTE series, all thanks to V-Race and Jazmat Steel Fabrications. Still learning a lot when it comes to the iRacing platform. Keep looking up and down. Let's have a look at Jack Widders out in front. He's got a huge lead at the moment. Look at that, just opened up. Battle still on though for second position. Sam Dicker now and Blake Warboys. This is going to be a good little battle here because Blake Warboys has done well. We'll get on board with Sam Dicker. Look how close this is. This is down to, well, we're down to less than 0.2 of a second here between these two. Blake Warboys from WKMP Racing up 3 positions at the moment. Had to work his way out of 6th position there. He's on the 3rd row of the grid. Oh, and in the background, it's still going on. So when you look there, Kevin Norman's got Ray Oliver and Jake Burgess behind him. They've gone up a couple of positions. It wasn't a great start for all of them. Damon Malqueen now at position number 9 in the background. Of course, no pit stops required when it comes to the TCR race. They can go start to finish without stopping. Have a look back. I'm just trying to see who that is in the background there. There's some moving going on. It's going to be around the Jake Burgess way. Looks like he's in the background there. It's going to be Ray Oliver maybe just in front. Kevin Norman there. Ray Oliver's got the move done. Stays in front. Norman goes around the outside. Just holding on to it. Ray Oliver though gets this one done, and I'm just having a look. Looks like Jake Burgess has got that done as well, and Damon Malqueen's gone past Kevin Norman as well. So the 3 of them just got by in very quick succession now. Ray Oliver up to 6th position. Pushes Kevin Norman back to where he started in 9th. He was on the 5th row of the grid, and well, he's had a couple of cars just have some issues there, and we have noticed with the TCR cars, very hard to launch them. So a few people have struggled when it comes to launching the cars off the line, and Damon Malqueen was one of those who was leading out in front. Still a great, fantastic fight going on for position number 2 between Sam Dicker, though, and Blake Warboys. He's not going to get the run down here. He's got the slipstream, but I don't think he's going to get enough draft to make this one happen. There might be a little bit of an issue here. Has a look. Can't get the drive out though. Sam Dick, a very experienced racer when it comes to go-karts, as well as coming to the iRacing platform, and no drama jumping between them. We've seen him do go-kart races during the day and then come online and win an iRace at night. Here we go, move done. Dicker makes room for him as well. Tries a crisscross as they take off. Dicker now gets a position back. Blake Warboys on the outside. Dicker down the inside run. We'll have to check it out though as they go down the track. Oh, I think Dick is going to be on the inside line here. It's right-hand corner. He's going to drive into this one. Warboy stays on the outside, doesn't go for the crisscross, decides to go around the outside, stays there. He might be able to hold on to this one. Left-hand corner coming up. Nice racing from both competitors, making enough room to get around. No contact made there. Dicker this time he'll have to just go backwards on that. Gets the drive around the outside, but it's another left-hand corner. In the meantime, just in the background there, you need to see Nathan Norman's just closing that gap. Nathan Norman just watching on from behind, and while these two are holding each other up, anything could happen. Let's have a look on the front. This is how far he is behind Sam Dicker now at the moment. Blake Warboy's just gone in front, kicks the grass up in front of our camera. He's close, but he's not going to get there. He's just not going to get there. Having a look in the background there, that might be Ray. Oh, I'm just having a look. Damon Mulqueen might be down there, actually. And this is Damon Mulqueen now, and he is in a bit of a stoush there with Jake Burgess. They're swapping some positions there, and they're fighting out for position number 7 at the moment. Jakey stays on the inside there. He's got the inside run. Mulqueen's been super fast with our number 1 qualifier when it came to the TCR race. Going to have the inside line. This very tight 270-degree right-hander. Jake, though, with the outside run, Mulqueen will have to get that position back. And then behind him, you've got to need Kevin Norman and Dean Power now getting into a bit of a stoush there for position number 8. Power looks like he's going to take that back. Position number 8 in the 999. So Power manages to get that done. No, it's not over. Kevin Norman wants it back. It's going back and forth. Dean Powell, they're doing a nice job on the Hyundai Elantra from New South Wales. First time in the NTE series and mixing it up in the top 10 at the moment. Position number 9 up 3 positions. Oh no, he just grabs a curb there. Some issues. Oh, and turns around the Black Hawk racing car. That's unfortunate for the number 99. Very unfortunate. Paulie Mansell's been doing a bit of a job at the moment. As you can see, still back in 18th position in the Cool Drive entry. Just made himself up 1 position now, moved into 17th position. So struggling in the back of the field with the TCR car. He won't be real happy about that one at the moment, Mr. Mansell. He'll be hoping maybe he can improve on this one. Still got just over 8.5 minutes remaining in this 20-minute race. At the moment, your leader is Jack Wittes by a cool 3.5 seconds over Blake Warboys and Nathan Norman. Justin McLean now looks like he's needs to watch out. He's in the middle. Oh, so much curb use there from in front from Kevin Norman. Cameron Edwards just behind. You can see him further in the background. I'm just going to have a look. I reckon this could be Sean Norris is down a couple of positions, but we'll just get on board with Sean Norris there. He's come on the back of Crosby. So Darren Crosby needs to watch out now. Oh no, he gets on the brakes and lets him go by. Maybe a redress issue there. We'll have to wait and find out if we can see that. Looks like another little incident back in lap number 4. Number 73, that is Kevin Norman. Contact with number 99. No further action. Oh, a bit of rubbing is racing there between Ray Oliver and Kevin Norman. But looks like rubbing is racing. That's where it's going to stay for this one, according to race control. So good to see that that's not requiring any further action. We'll wait and find out as it goes on. Oh no, Norris goes out on the dirt. That's unfortunate. Richard Barella in the number 58 car, up 10 positions in position number 21. That's a nice gain for him. And just in front, James Etz, he's in the number 65. He is up 10 positions as well. As you can see there. Oh, dive down the inside now. Can he get it over? I'm just trying to see, he's going past. That might be a back marker there, actually. Is that Mr. Tommy Orton or Nick Sutton. That's Mr. Sutton there. He's just gone past. So Mr. Sutton, unfortunately, looks like he's a lap down. So that's a bit out of position there when we look up the number 65 there of James Zetz. And he's doing a fantastic job from South Australia. Gets past nice and clean. Like I say, just behind him, though, Richard Barella, another tough competitor who's made 10 positions since the start of this race, all thanks to WKMP. The Audi coming around New South Wales, another first-timer from all thanks to Barella Cabinets. And normally racing the V8 Veterans. We'll have to see how he goes in the Supercar Series. Got a netcode going on in the background there. See where Rossi Johnson's ended up in the 333. He's actually in 17th position at the moment, up 3 positions. He won't be up, it's a few positions up from where he would have wanted to get a better qualifying time, and I probably would have thought the TCR would have suited him coming out of the 86. Of course, I racing a little bit different. I wonder what the setup is at home. Could be quite significantly different, but you just never know. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this TCR race, this 20-minute TCR race, round number 2 from the Red Bull Ring. All thanks to the Shannons Insurance NTE Series, and Jack Widders is leading us at the moment. And well, look at the position. Look at how far he is in front at the moment. Blake Warboys is definitely holding that position over. I'm just actually having a look because we do seem to have lost, and it might be before, is Sam Dicker has dropped out. So the number 72 of Sam Dicker is right down the back, which is very unfortunate because he was fighting it out there. Looks like he might have dropped off. Maybe we might have some netcode issues or something has happened in the background. Just jumped on with Timmy Driscoll at the moment in the number 70, up 7 positions in P25. 7 positions is a nice little gain there for Timmy. Out there in the Audi RS3. Well, thanks to Darwin's Gasman. Tommy Orton just in front of him in the 77 car. Or maybe not. Just waiting to see if we can get hold of Tommy. Taking a look a little bit further back. Looks like Rossi Johnson, a bit of pressure now. Daniel Norris in there as well. Let's catch up with Mr. Daniel Norris in the number 27. Just behind him, he's got a 3-way pack. A bit of a battle between Rossi Johnson, Michael Freeman and James Zetz. Rossi just leading that one. Michael Freeman looked like he might have taken a dive down the inside. Doesn't quite get up on Rossi Johnson. I'm sure he's covering bases everywhere there. Ash Barella in the 334 car. Currently up in position number 10, up 4 positions, as along with Nathan Brown just behind him and Cameron Edwards. Darren Crosby still having a fantastic race there in position number 13, up 12 positions at the moment. 12 full positions. Damon Mulqueen's worked his way back to position number 7. Jake Burgess now back to position number 6. And Ray Oliver has fought back for the starting position of number 5. So lots still moving through the pack there. Let's head on with Callan Gear now in the number 54 car. He's got some battles going on behind him, actually. Callan Gear's sort of cemented this 4th position at the moment. There's a bit of a gap between the cars in front and back, just over 1 second either way. Ray Oliver, though, in the 99 car needs to be careful. Closing in him, Jake Burgess and Damon Mulqueen. Mulqueen looks like he's going to have a go at Burgess. Has a look down the inside, decides it's not going to happen. Tucks back in, gets back under the rear wing of Burgess. That's the position for position number 6 in the background. He might just head back there to the number 100 of Jake Burgess. Look at this. Mulqueen doing a nice job. This is on board. Couldn't take any advantage out of this corner. Has another look. Will he take a dive down the inside on the left-hander? Not set up for it. Burgess doing a good job to maintain his speed at the moment. Just not ready to take that dive down the inside, David Mulqueen. Time is ticking down, though. Less than 2.5 minutes to go in this race. Less than 2.5 minutes. Jack Witter still leading us out in front. Well, thanks to the cover shop. Good to see Jackie's back, and after last week's performance in the TCR, this one's a little bit better for him. From Queensland, joined us in last year, all thanks to Timmy and Tammy Childcare. Another one when it comes to actual TCR racing, when he gets out in the, I suppose not in the virtual world, when he gets out in the real world, very, very competitive, and we've seen what he can do over the mountain as well come Bathurst. See our New Zealander, Damon Malqueen. Oh, let's see where he ends up. He bombed the start. He's really doing it for the Kiwi. He's the only one out there, but he bombed the start, and unfortunately, he's now fighting out with Jakey Burgess there for position number 6 and 7. There they are. Blake Warboys has sort of strung away a little bit at this point. Looking back through the pack there. Still got some battles going on. Look at this. James Zetz in the 19th position at the moment, just in between two cars. He's trying to go past Michael Freeman. He might get it done. He has a look. Freeman's not going to give him any gaps. Now he gets the run, comes out of the draft, gets the car alongside, puts the nose in. Oh, a bit of bump and shove. Oh, no, contact made. They're off into the gravel. That is not what we wanted to see. Not what we wanted to see at all. So they head back on with Crosby. So we'll have to wait and see if something comes out of that. We will have to wait and see if we get some contact out of that one. Both cars making contact at the same time. Race control will be adjudicating over that one in the background. Darren Crosby now caught between Sean Norris and Bradley Minshall just behind. Currently sitting in 14th position. Up 11 spots since the start of this race in the number 66. Really pushed the goes a little bit wide there. I thought maybe Bradley Minshall might be able to take advantage of that one. We look behind. That's how close Minshall is. It's half a second difference between them. So look, Damon Malqueen's just done some purple sector times too, and the fastest lap of the race so far, 139.68 in race conditions. It won't bother Jack Widders. He is so far out in front. Not a drama, and of course there is nothing left. We are only going to finish this lap off now. So now it's time to finish the lap off. The last lap of this race, Jack Widders leading us. Look at the gap back to position number 2, Blake Warboys. They're all in the background. Nathan Norman, Callan Gear, Ray Oliver, Jake Burgess, Damon Malqueen, Justin McLean, Kevin Norman and Ash Barella round out your top 10. The final lap as they head across. The last few corners of this final lap here at the Red Bull Ring in the TCR race. Race control will come in, looks like in lap number 11. Yeah, car number 65. That was James Zet's contact there with Michael Freeman. No further action. Racing incident. It's good to see. So 24/7 race control doing a fantastic job in the background. Coming down to the final couple of corners here for Jack Widders. It's been fairly comfortable out in front after Malqueen had issues on the start. Comes around to take the checkered flag. Celebrates too. Jack Widders goes over the line. Blake Warboys will be second. Then it goes back to Nathan Norman. Callan Gear, Ray Oliver, Jake Burgess. Having a look in the background now, it could be Nathan Brown in the 86. Just coming around now. All starting to cross the line. So Jack Widders, Blake Warboys, Nathan Norman, Callan Gear, Ray Oliver, Jake Burgess, Malqueen. Damon Malqueen's ended up in 7th. That's a good fight back considering he's back in like position number 12. Justin McLean, Kevin Norman there. Ash Barella round out your top 10 as they go into the pits. Probably wasn't the race they wanted. Not the race that they wanted. There we go, Jack Widders, Blake Warboys, Nathan Norman as it rounded out there. Let's have a look at our race results, although we seem to be having a couple of little data issues here in the background. We do know who it is. Jack Widders takes the win out here, and that's going to move us over a few positions there. So a little bit of a glitch there with the replay. what we might do is just go to our standings here, as it did look like that was accurate at the race. Jack Widders takes the win there with Blake Warboys in second. Nathan Norman ends up in third. Callan Gear ends up in fourth. Ray Oliver in fifth position. Sixth position, Jakey Burgess down 2 positions. Damon Mulquin down 6 after issues on the start. Justin McLean's up 2 positions for P8. Kevin Norman ended up in ninth there in the Audi. Ash Barella up 4 positions to 10th. Nathan Brown ended up in 11th position, up 4. Cameron Edwards up 4 positions as well to position number 12. Sean Norris ended up in 13th. Darren Crosby, really the race so far, up 11 positions into P14. Bradley Mitchell made it up to 15th position with 6 positions gained. Paul Mansell made a couple of positions up to P16. Daniel Norris, 7 positions gained for position number 17. Josh Rage in 18, started off the back row of the grid pretty much, made 20 positions in the number 91, so Josh Drage had a fantastic race. Tommy Orton in the 77 ended up in 19th. Rossi Johnson stayed in 20th position at the end of the race, and Michael Haukitis in 21st. Richard Barella in 22nd. Dylan Sates in 23rd. 24th was Neil Woodburn. 25th was James Zetz. Mark Peck back in 26th. Up 8 positions. Nice drive from Mark. Michael Freeman in 27th. Some issues there with that contact with James Zetz, so that pushed them back quite a bit. Stephen Kennedy in 28th position. 29th was John Van Ree. And we go back to Simon Farrington in 30th position. Dean Powell in 31st. Tim Driscoll in 32nd. 33 was Justin Cotter. 34 was Mitch Strzelecki. Michael Gore was 35. Sam Dicker issues there back to 36, but he was battling it out for second. And Nick Sutton was out very, very early. Shane Newens as well, out early with James Balvins in 39th, our final car to round out this one. All right, I think it's time we probably head over to our next race service, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a few moments because we are going to unveil our mystery round. Where will it be? What will it be? Round number 4, our mystery round, not too far away.
for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff have over 40 years experience in the Territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Maddicap Media.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round 2 of the Shannons NTE series. This time out, we're at the Red Bull Ring. We've jumped back on board the Porsche 992 for a lap around this unique facility. As we make our way up into turn 1, you get a slight uphill rise for the drivers. Park the car out on the left, back it up to second gear as you work your way through. Watch that sausage curb on the outside, very easy to pick up on off track on there. Back up through the gears, up through 5th, 6th, we'll float through the little kink of what is turn 2, up in towards turn 3 hairpin, backing the car all the way down, back to first gear here, very late apex, very easy to snatch a brake on entry, get the car squared away nicely and drive out, back up through the gears, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, we'll just get to 5th gear as we ride on board for the run up in towards turn 5. This corner drops away substantially. The track falls off to the left-hand side. You need to get it back to 3rd gear, rest the car on the throttle and drive your way out smoothly. Up towards turn 5, turn 6, back it down to 3rd gear again. Tip the car in. You need to balance the throttle here on the way through. Look for the curb on the outside, but not too much. Slight glance up into 4th gear, back to 3rd as we float our way back through turn 7 of Nicky Lauda, up into turn 8, 4th gear, 5th gear as we make our approach up towards turn 9. Turn 9's a tricky one. You've got a lot of runoff area on the outside as we tip in 3rd gear. You've got to watch the curb on the right there. You've got the pit entry on your right hand side, back across the line to turn 10. Again, keep an eye on that curb on the left hand side of the circuit and back across the start finish line to begin another lap around this circuit.
Please welcome our motorsport chaplain, Adam Bergen, to say a few words.
Almighty God, thank you that you are the everlasting Lord. We thank you that all good things come from you. Thank you that we have this opportunity to race this weekend. Thank you for the people that have organised the event. We continue to lift up the Peck family in prayer. Thank you for the people that have come around them to support them in different ways. We ask that you continue to surround the family and friends with your peace. We also pray for the different leaders around the world. Please give them wisdom as they respond to different situations. We especially pray for the people affected by floods. And finally, we commit tonight's race to you. I pray that the drivers will find joy in the racing and the spectators enjoyment in watching. Be with the officials as they make decisions during the race. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats and be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem. Well, here we go. We've changed over servers now into our supercar race for round number 2 from the Red Bull Ring here for the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. But what everybody wants to know is, where are we going for round number 4? Where are we going to race? What are we doing? And it's been a mystery. And we said we would reveal it here tonight. Where are we going to go for round number 4 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series, the 3rd year in a row? Well, it's going to be somewhere very special, and no surprise. Let's give you where we are going for round number 4, our big reveal here tonight.
'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
I'm sure there were a lot of people that would have thought it would have been in the brand new track to iRacing, and close to our heart, of course, Winton there, down in Victoria. We are going to be heading down there for round number 4 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series, and I'm sure many of the competitors have already started to turn a lap there. Brand new on the racing platform for iRacing, and very excited that we are going to make that round number 4 of our Shannons Insurance NTE Series. Our qualifying is underway at the moment and up the top of the charts. Well, let's have a look. It's going to be Blake Warboys at the moment from WKMP Racing. Now, Blake Warboys there, getting out in the Ford Mustang, is going to be our number 1 at the moment, the number 63 car there. He'll be pretty happy about this, I would say, just to have himself up there, getting around. Bit of a fight back there after, obviously, our first round in the TCR, where he didn't manage to get up there. He got on the podium, though, second position there. Blake Warboys, very quick. And of course, remembering that he also was very fast last week. Let's have a look at where they ended up last week as we go through this, of course, a qualifying session underway at the moment. Don't forget, you can find out what's happening with the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. It's nteseries.com.au. Check out the website. And we will obviously have, when we go live in round number 3, 4 and 5, we will have that come up. It'll pop up on our YouTube. You'll find it there. And we'll have our live timing for those events working in our track map, so you know exactly what's going on. We are here at round number 2, though, at the Red Bull Ring at the moment. It's round number 2 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. Remember, we've got a 20-minute qualifying session, 15 minutes remaining, and then we've got a 40-minute race when it comes to the supercars here tonight. Remembering who our round 1 winners were, though. From the supercar race was Jack Wittes, Guy Leach and Josh Drage came there in 3rd position. So Who's it going to be tonight? Guy Leach wasn't on the podium when it came to the TCRs. He wasn't right up there, and I'm just having a look to see if Guy Leach actually dropped out of the system a little bit earlier. I did not see him come up. Fair bit of work going on here tonight, and I didn't see Guy. That's going to be a big letdown. Maybe some technical issues there. We'll have to find out if maybe something has happened in the background. We'll keep going through. That's Neil Woodburn there. Looks like he's just pulling aside, setting himself up for a nice tidy lap in the number 663. 24th position at the moment with a 1.31.53. So a fair bit quicker around, getting around here now at the moment. A 129.49, the fastest for Blake Warboys. Jack Widders alongside with a 129.51. So that's down to less than 200ths of a second between those two. I mean, look, purple sector time now for Josh Drage in the number 91. He's in 20th position at the moment, but sector 3 is the fastest sector that we have seen, at 29.26. So he might be just setting himself up for a bit of a run here. We might go and grab Josh Drage there in the number 91. To see where Josh Drage has ended up. Maybe just looking for a little bit of a draft. I'm trying to see who that might be in front of him at the moment. It could be Sam Dicker. Could also be one of the Normans. Can't thank, of course, Shannons Insurance enough for getting on board again for series number 2. And don't forget, you can win yourself either that Scout Indian or the 350 Chev Corvette.
Looking for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff have over 40 years experience in the Territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Maddicap Media. Just going through, James Etz now in position number 30 at the moment, getting around on our screen there. And he's with a 132.82, so a couple of seconds off the pace. Jack Widders is right up there now, the winner of our TCR race. And last round, he took out the supercars, and no surprise, he is a very, very quick around here. Currently in second position there, and like we say, he is 25 thousandths off the pace of Blake Warboys. What can he do on this lap? We'll have to wait and see what Jack Widders gets around there. I'm seeing some green sectors in sector 1, which means that's his fastest time so far. We'll have to wait and see as he gets around the corner there, and that looks like he's pulling up there in the turn number 3. So they start to head down the hill now. It's going to be another quite tight turn. So no, I think we've got him a little bit further round there now. He's going to have to do the right-hander. Just holding on to this lap to see what he comes up with sector 2. So far I'm not seeing anything light up there. He may have some issues when it comes to course. If you go to the outer bounds of the track, it null and voids your lap when it comes to qualifying. Or if you go off and make contacts and things like that, it does null and void your lap. He might also be out there just trying to do that. We know a lot of resets happen when it comes to qualifying. Tommy Orton's still out there in the 77 from what I can see. There he gets around. Roadrunner NT, once again helping us out in the background here of the NTE series. He's been part of it for the entire time. Even when his generator runs out of petrol and he runs out of power, he still manages to get on his phone. As long as Telstra don't run out of power, he makes sure he can communicate with us and make sure he has a good time in the background. Normally he's in bed by now. Normally, but we've managed to keep him up. He's having a late night. We've managed to make sure he has a late night. Sam Dicker is another one not back out on track. Kevin Norman back out in the 73, currently sitting in 16th position with a 130.71. The Ford Mustang, position number 16. And look, Jack Witters has just reset, couldn't improve on his time. Damon Mulqueen, he's in 3rd position. Now let's see how he's going to go on the start of this one, because he had some real issues. He gets loose there over the curb. It sort of grabs the rear of the car. He had some real issues there. Another one he's been struggling with in this series now is Paulie Mansell. In the Cool Drive Commodore, does some fantastic deliveries as well. It's always good when you know Paulie's put his touch on the livery. So we're going to get a couple of issues there with the replay. Cullen Gear in the L&S off-road entry, the number 54. Put himself in a bit of a fight here tonight, which is good. He's brought the fight along, the number 54 there, Cullen Gear. In the Northern Territory, been part of it since the start. It's his 3rd season now getting around. And he just races the iRacing series. That's all he races. Doesn't need to prove anything. Gets the job done. Actions a bit louder than words. Sean Norris there in the background. You can see him going by. So plenty going on at the moment. Let's have a look how Darren Crosby's going, actually. I just want to pull up Darren Crosby because he was a real position earner in the last race, in the TCR race. Managed to fight his way back. Out there with his M1 Racing teammate. So that's Darren Crosby in the number 66. Of course, he's out there with Stephen Kennedy. It's his teammate at the moment, Mr. Kennedy, and he's just back in 15th at the moment. Not too shabby. Mr. Kennedy in the number 55. Be interested if we see any teams start to do a little bit of drafting in this one as well. Maybe they're going to decide it's time to get a little bit of drafting done. Let's have a look. Let's let Mark Peck's back out. Let's see how Mr. Pecky's going. Good to see Keelan's on the mend, and a big shout out to the Peck family, and hopefully everything going well from what we are hearing. We hope it's just going to keep improving. A bit like Mark's racing this season. It's improving a little bit. So no Guy Leach in this round, unfortunately. That's a shame to miss him out in round number 2. Really going to hurt him when I suppose when he's coming back to fight out for what was his season last year. Would have been good to have him on board. Kevin Norman still getting around the number 73, currently sitting in P16 at the moment, a 130.71, so over 1 second away from our leaders. Nathan Norman though, his bro, the number 96. Very different flat-out karts livery on this one. In the supercars, they're very competitive when they go side by side, just outside of their teammate Sam Dicker as well. All love racing the karts together over in Western Australia. Just having a look there at the moment. He's getting around. He's a 129.98 as he resets. Goes off screen. Still 6.5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Nick Sutton in the high power car. Well, doing what he does best, getting loose. Does a bit of speedway driving. He's done drifting. He's done HQs. Mate, he's done buggies. What hasn't Nick raced? If we're going to the pub, he'll race you there. That's pretty much Nick Sutton. High Power NT all over the side, and fantastic to have High Power NT join us for this season of the iRacing. I want to thank them for coming on board, and we hope that you are enjoying the NTE series and everything that it encompasses. Some good rivalry, some good mates, and some good fun. The NTE series in its 3rd series. Can't thank everybody enough for coming on board, and of course, if you want to check out anything to do with it, nteseries.com.au is where you need to go. Also need to thank the Breaking Late podcast. They will be catching up with the winners every Thursday while the season is underway. Our official podcast of the NTE series as Sutto goes out wide and tries to go do a bit of speedway heritage there, doesn't quite make it. Also need to thank E&K Racing. Don't forget, 1 of 3 hot passes to go to the Darwin Supercars the 17th and 19th of June. And remember, not just the Supercars up there this year. I think we've also got the bikes and Top Fuel racing up there as well. So drag racing, big weekend. Normally the concerts go down. So that's great, but the best part of all is you get to hang out with the E&K Racing crew and the number 26, get a private tour of their pits, hang out with them for the weekend, and of course, if you want to get involved and try and win those tickets, all you have to do is share this post and like the E&K Racing Facebook page, and you're in the draw. Of course, we're not paying for you to go to Darwin if you're not there. You need to get up there, but once you're there, trust me, they'll show you a good time. You'll love every moment of it. Josh Drage, let's see how he's going on track at the moment, getting around now last week. He managed to work pretty hard and get himself on the podium. Mr. Drage in the V8 Supercars did a lot better in the TCR race this time out. It's good that he managed to work his way back for that one. We'll have to wait and see how he goes tonight, though. Will he match it up there? Currently sitting back in 36. Oh, contact made. That's not what we want to see. Bit of a T-bone there on the 66 in qualifying. 4 minutes remaining. Bit of a reset. They're going to have to get out there, remember. Out lap, then a full lap. We're doing a minute and a half. They're not going to get too much more time to get that done. Jack Wittes, number 2 at the moment, but he's not there yet. He's just not there. Just outside, you can see 25 thousandths of a second is the difference. Has not managed to improve on that one. Damon Mulqueen is just behind him, though. He started off pole position when it came to the TCR race, but could not convert that after a terrible start. Dean Powell on the 999. Let's go and check Dean Powell out because he is in 8th position now. 8th. So 8th position for Dean Powell in the Ford Mustang. Purple sector times now for Sam Dicker. He's on a bit of a move. Position number 5. He's looking dangerous there. We saw the purple sector times come up in sector 1. Maybe Rossi Johnson in front will give him a bit of a draft. Might help him out a little bit. Rossi moves out of the way. Does the gentleman-like thing. Gives Sam Dicker a bit of a run in position number 5. Can he get over his teammate Nathan Norman? We'll have to wait and find out. Goes wide on the brakes. He's not going to be happy with that one. Not going to be happy at all. Sean Norris comes around, though. The Australian rollers, the basketballer, he's got a gold medal. I don't think anyone else in the series has a gold medal when it comes to the Olympics. So one of a kind. We're so glad he joined us as a wild card last week, and we can't thank him enough for coming back and doing it all again. What's better than doing the NTE series once as a wild card? Do it twice. Just come back and do it again. Absolutely enjoying having him here. They come over the hill, over the crest, down. The right-hander. Sharp right corner now. You can see the DRS zone when they come to the Formula 1s. Down the main straight. Cool drive behind him. That'll be Mr. Paul Mansell just behind. Probably using that as a bit of a draft. And up to 17 at the moment, Mr. Mansell. But he will not be happy with that 1 second off the pace. So 1 second off the pace for him. He will not be happy about that at all. Just having a look up and down the field to see where we are. Josh Drage has done a reset. Richard Perella actually is there in the number 58. Currently sitting in P22. Mr. Perella. See if he can maybe improve on this one. Looks like we've only got just over 1 minute remaining for this. So for those who aren't on an out lap, probably a good chance to just take a bit of a break, go back into the pits, maybe have a bit of a rest. Daniel Norris up into P11 though, in the number 27. Out as he comes around in the background there, number 27. Just waiting to see if he can go up. Daniel Norris in position number 11. Looks like he will stay there. A 1:30.50, so 1 second off Blake Warboys, who's just completed a lap. 47 seconds remaining in this qualifying session. As you can see, they're all starting to enter the pits. And that looks like that's going to be a reset for him. We'll have to wait and see. They're all going back into the pits now. I'm just trying to see who's out there. Paul Mansell, well, he's going to stay out there till the very end. What can he do as he comes across the start-finish line? Mr. Mansell, 17th position. Well, he does actually improve his time a little bit, but he doesn't move up the ranks. That's the problem there. He has not moved up. Position number 17 is where he's going to start from. It's going to be a tough night for him. He's going to have to put the elbows out and start moving his way through. Darren Crosby in the number 66 in position number 10. 4 seconds remaining. They're only going to get to complete this lap. We'll have to see. There's only a few cars left out on track as well. And, big contact there, the boys. Don't know if they're having a bit of fun or just come into too much contact. Dean Powell out there. He's still in position number 8. Look at him go. Green sector time there, I think. Sounds like he's just backing off as he go on the pitch. Yes. They pulled into pit lane, that final corner there where they decide. Just having a look at Nathan Norman might be in the background, the number 96. No, it must have been his brother possibly. I did see a flat out carts entry in the back. 73 just reset. Paul Mansell still staying out there. I'm not quite sure we're going to get another lap in for him though. It's not ticking down the counter, and so he's going to spin that one out and reset himself. Race not too far away now. Looks like our qualifying session is run and done. So our qualifying session run and done here at the Red Bull Ring, round number 2 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. Let's have a look at the qualifying results now. And there you go, Blake Warboys at 129.486 has got him in the top of the charts. Number 1, starting alongside Jack Widdus with a 129.511. Damon Mulqueen in third on the second row of the grid. Nathan Norman alongside. Sam Dicker and Justin McLean will be on the third row. Ash Barella in seventh. Dean Power in eighth. Callan Gear now in ninth position. Darren Crosby ends up in 10th. Daniel Norris doing a nice job there in 11th. So everyone's been practicing on the supercars this week. Michael Freeman in 12th. Jake Burgess back to 13th, though the TCR suits him better. Cameron Edwards in 14th. Stephen Kennedy in 15th. Kevin Norman in 16th. Paul Mansell going to really struggle there, I think, but he's going to have to push his way through in 17th if he wants to keep those points ticking over. Michael Halkitis back in 18th. Ray Oliver in 19th. Tommy Orton in 20th. Dylan Saints in 21st. Richard Barella in 22nd. Neil Woodburn in 23rd. Nathan Brown in 24th. Mark Peck back in 25th. Rossi Johnson all the way back to 26th. John Van Ree in 27th. Sean Norris in 28th. Bradley Minshall 29th. James Etz 30th. Mitch Strzelecki 31st. Tim Driscoll 32nd. Justin Cotter in 33rd. Nick Sutton in 34th. Michael Gore 35th. Josh Drage in 36th. Very interesting to see him. Simon Farrington, no time there, but of course if you do go to the outer limits, you don't end up with a qualifying time. Managed to work his way back through. As you can see, race control and the safety car are sitting there because, well, they are live, so we will send them out if we need them. 24/7 race control doing a fantastic job this time out, as it looks like we are going to change over to our warm-up section. We've got a few minutes there before we get underway with the big race. We're going to grab a couple of words from our fantastic sponsors.
Looking for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff have over 40 years experience in the territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Maticab Media. Yes, we're not too far away from getting our supercar race. 40 minutes from the Red Bull Ring. As you can see, the track temperature 31 degrees. That is going to be smashing tyres out there. 4.28 kilometres, 9 turns to get around this fantastic track. And no humidity, no wind to worry about. So it's all going to happen. And if you missed out, well, we unveiled round number 4. Where's it going to be? Well, it's going to be somewhere in Australia. Let's let you know once again. Where's round 4 number going to be for the Shannons Insurance NTE Series? Right here.
'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my
Well, Winton's going to be a fantastic track for round number 4 of the NTE series, and we're so proud we could announce that here on the live stream. But right now, we're not too far away from starting our race as our warm-ups are about to get finished. Our race only just over a minute away here for the supercars for round number 2 at the Red Bull Ring for the Shannons Insurance NTE series. Big thanks to all our sponsors, especially Higher Power for getting on board, West Oz Roof Restorations, NP Style and Signage, Pecky's Performance, and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, and of course the pool guys, Adelaide. We can't thank you enough for being involved. Let's check out our starting grid though, as it's going to get underway. And well, it's Blake Warboy going to be alongside Jack Widders. Will he get another fantastic start? Damon Mulqueen this time on the second row, but he needs to get it off the line, unlike the TCR race. Nathan Norman in alongside in the second row. Sam Dicker and Justin McLean will take out the third row. Fourth row is going to be Ash Barella taking on Dean Powell there. And the fifth row will be Callan Gear and Darren Crosby. Sixth row will be Daniel Norris and Michael Freeman. Seventh row will be Jake Burgess and Cameron Edwards. Eighth row is going to be Stephen Kennedy and Kevin Norman. Paul Mansell and Michael Haukitis back on the ninth row. And Paul Mansell will fair bit of work to do. Ray Oliver was very impressive in the TCR back in row number 10 with Tommy Orton alongside in the Roadrunner entry. Dylan Sates and Richard Barella will be on row 11. Row 12 is going to be Neil Woodburn and Nathan Brown. Row 13 is going to be Mark Peck and Rossi Johnson, the young gun versus the maturity of Mark Peck. So they're very loosely. Row 14, John Van Ree alongside Sean Norris. Bradley Minchell and Jane Zetz will line up in the 15th row. In the 16th row, it's going to be Mitch Strzelecki and Tim Driscoll. 17th row is going to be Snow Cotter and Nick Sutton. Michael Gore and Josh Drage will be on the 18th row. 19th row, there will be Simon Farrington starting right off the back. Our race control will be watching that one. That is our starting grid for this race here. Like we say, Jack Widders is going to be on the front row. We're just waiting for him to join the race. Jack Widders there, as you can see, just lined up. He is second on the road. Blake Warboys is going to be alongside in the number 63. They've joined us there. Let's have a look at the starting grid as they go down. It's all going to be down to start. Look at Mulqueen, though, right behind in position number 3. He's right behind our lead car. He bogged down on the race of the TCR. Will he be able to change that for this race? We'll have to find out. Just maybe it'll happen. Waiting to see how this one will unfold. Race about to get underway. All here for the Shannons Insurance NTE Series. Round number 2 at the Red Bull Ring. As they come up, just waiting for the RPM. Time is ticking. It's a 40-minute race and they're underway. We got to start the tyres. Smoke up in the background. It looks like a little bit of push and shove. Not too much contact made so far as we head up the hill to the first corner. The right-hander. They're side by side. Widders looks like he might have got something. Oh, no contact made there. Who is that moving off? I just have to find out in the background moving down our screen. It might be Justin McLean in the 662. Possibly. I'm just having a look. Do we have a reset there is why I can't get hold of Justin. So much to unfold on this one. That's the lead of the race, so I'm just having a look back down. Justin Cotter. Justin McLean's moved back. Wow, 22 positions for Justin McLean. I am going to say that's going to be him, but it's not picking me up now when I go back. That's unfortunate. So Jack Widders leads us away on this one. Oh no, he gets back in front too. The crisscross done as we go back. Blake Warboy's not going to give up position number 1. The fight is on now. Let's see as they go around. Blake Warboy's leading this one out. Blake Warboys leads over there. Then we go back to Nathan Norman, Sam Dicker, Ash Barella, Callan Gear back in 6th position. Darren Crosby up 3. Dean Powell still in 8th. Jake Burgess up 4. And in the round out our top 10, Cameron Edwards. Look at this in the background there. I'm going back to position at number 4 at the moment. The number 72 there is Sam Dicker. You can see he's just stuck. He's catching in front, but he needs to watch out behind because it's Ash Barella doing a fantastic job and up 2 positions at the moment in the Ford Mustang. And we've got a sea of Mustangs at the lead. 2 Holdens there jammed in. Jack Widders and Nathan Norman in positions 2 and 3. Watch them come down in the background there. We can see Cullen Gear now. Just trying to see if there's some early incident there. We're trying to figure out exactly what went on. So much happening. It's live there, Jack Widdis. Leading us away over Nathan Norman. So where has Blake Warboys just dropped off to on that one? Blake Warboys looked like he might have dropped off. Incident there, lap number 1, 662 incident, no further action. It's car number 662, Justin McLean. It's like Jack Widdis leading us here. Sam Dicker, Ash Perella, Blake Warboys, Cullen Gear. Just having a look down there. We've got a few people in the pits. I'm just having a look to make sure that is accurate on with my system. Looks like they might be actually. Some few people already pulled in. Might be some fast repairs going on, maybe, possibly in the background. Quite a few on my timing screen starting to show up. There's maybe some issues there. Not showing any speed, which means they're not driving around. So we might have a few already tied up in some incidents there. A couple of things going on in the first lap, so we'll have to wait and see how race controls adjudicates over this one. Let's have a look though as we get on board and look at, there we go, the WKMP guys just in front in 4th and 5th. That's going to be Ash Barella and Blake Warboys now. Now I'd like to know where Blake Warboys, some issues there a little bit earlier there. He was leading us. Jack Widdis has managed now to get back in front. Keeping that, opening up the gap over nearly up to 1 second now. As you can see, the start, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blake Warboys in position number 4. Going to look a bit further down. Looks like Paul Mansell now is working his way up. Look at this, a cool drive entry of Paul Mansell now putting all the pressure on Damon Mulqueen, who's dropped back 9 positions as well. Wasn't another great start from him. Mansell looking. It's a Mustang versus a Commodore. Oh, just grabs a little bit of dirt. Let's have a look how close he gets coming down in the corner. Puts the nose in. Doesn't get the best run out of this one, but they're all lined up, aren't they? Right in front. It goes Mansell, Damon Mulqueen just in front in 12th, then Kevin Norman 11th, Cameron Edwards in 10th, and Jake Burgess just in front in 9th. Run down the straight. Can you get the nose under the wing? He's not quite close enough there. They get so wide as they try and set themselves up for this first corner up the hill. Look at them go. Jakey Burgess leading us out of this one in the number 100 car. Currently in 8th position. Once again coming up the hill. A little bit of a wiggle under brakes behind him. As you can see, Cameron Edwards and Kevin Norman. Gives the opportunity there for Damon Mulqueen to close that gap right up. Look as they come around. Oh, look at Mulqueen is right on the back. Mulqueen doing everything he can. Is he going to get past Norman in the 642 car? Let's get on board here. He needs to watch out because that's the view in front. Oh, he goes out wide. Look behind Mansell. Mansell's going to try the cool drive entry. He's had a big fight back into P12. He's up 6 positions there and looks like they're going to go past Cameron Edwards now in the fight with this one. Let's have a look. He's sandwiched between a flat-out car. It's a cool drive sideways for Mansell as he slides the car out, coming onto the main straight. Big run down the inside. Makes up a position 10-9. 2 for 1. Gets 2 for 1. Mansell can't follow him through. Oh, no. Stuck in this now. He's going to be, obviously, Cameron Edwards getting bumped around there. So Cameron Edwards getting bumped around. Paul Mansell might be able to get this done. He's on the outside. Oh, lap number 1, car number 27 there, which is Daniel Norris. No further action. So obviously our race control are going through, at the moment, going through all of the incidents on lap number 1 and coming up with some decisions there. Paul Mansell manages to get that done and gets the position back over into P11 now. And now he needs to get right on the back. He knows in front of him Kevin Norman. Damon Mulqueen's now moving away. Nathan Norman doing a nice job at the front, though, in the number 96 car. Jack Widdis has just opened up a little bit of gap. Norton he needs to be careful. Blake Warboys is right behind. He lost those positions early on. Some incident there early on we missed. Went back quite a few positions, back to about P6. Now he's worked his way back up and he's on the back of Nathan Norman. This is how close it is. Trying to put that Mustang symbol in the back bar. Can he do it? He nearly gets it on Nathan's Commodore. Trying to tattoo a Mustang. There he goes. Down the main straight. There's a run on here. Will he get the move done? Dives down the inside. Gets that done quite easily. And Black War Boys will move on and take position number 2 back. Now I'll have to watch out because they're still coming at him. The number 72, Sam Dicker, who is also very fast. And you know, the person in front, he knows if Nathan Norman's a teammate too. They're all flat out carts, boys. They like to kick around over in Western Australia. We need to keep Sean in for the. We do need to keep Sean Norris in for the series. I do agree. Sean Norris must be a stayer. And speaking of Mr. Norris, I don't know where he is actually. Back in 22 at the moment. Just having a look there. He's up 6 positions though, Sean Norris. Doing a great job. Just in front of him though, Rossi Johnson. Our 86 boy, our Toyota 86 boy. Gets around from the Northern Territory. Travelling around the country now. The borders are a bit more open and getting back into the Toyota 86 series. I'm sure one day he would like to steer one of the real-life supercars around a few of these tracks we've got in Australia. Maybe he'll be very happy about the Winton round. Not only can you watch it on iRacing, it's not like Oran Park, it's a track of the past. It's an actual track now. You can still get around, and we've got a little surprise there because I believe a few of the boys have found a little way to get into an area that we like to call the skid pan. So I reckon there's going to be a huge amount of celebration later on. A huge amount of celebration after the racing when we go to round number 4 at Winton. Can't wait to see how that goes. Nick Sutton looks like he's dropped off, unfortunately. He's in the pit area. Black War Boys now in position number 2. He's starting to catch up to Jack Wittes. It's down to less than half a second at the moment. In the background, though, have a look at this. Sam Dicker trying to make a move on his teammate. He pulls it up under brakes. Sam Dicker's going to get the move done. Drives out in position number 3 over Nathan Norman. He loses another one. Ash Barella just behind. Watch out. He's quick too, and the Mustang up 2 positions at the moment. There's not too much in it. Lost a few people in this race already. Jake Burgess in a little bit of a fight as well. He needs to watch out. Oh, he's trying to catch up. He's looking at Damon Mulqueen in front. I think Mulqueen's just got the position over him. He's quite quick again. He didn't get the start he wanted. Went back a number of positions. Wonder if he's got a clutch or whether he's just dumping it and hoping for the best. Paul Mansell's made a position in the background too over Kevin Norman. He's managed to fight his way through that. Michael Freeman not too far behind. Dylan Saints, we might catch up with him because he's up a few positions as well in the background. Running the NTE Series livery, of course, on board for the Mustang, opposite to Jakey's in the Commodore. And now he is between Mark Peck and Josh Drage. Now he won't want to hurt the father-in-law, Mark Peck. Look at this. He's holding on. He's not quite there. He's not getting under the back of Pecky. Just not enough draft there to make that happen. Josh Drage in the background trying to make up a heap of positions. Remember, he started right off the back. I don't know what happened there. I'm assuming that we may have had an issue. We may have had a little bit of an issue there with possibly his qualifying session didn't get in there right. And here we go. Runs down the inside of Mark. And looks like Dylan Sates is going to take that move over. Mark needs to watch out because in the background there he's going to have a hard, fast Josh Drage who's now making a move. Mr. Drage is going to get that done, I do believe, as they come down into the corner. He's hard on the brakes, 2 for 1, 2. Goes around the outside, runs it down on the inside. Look for the crisscross here. Can Dylan Saints make that happen? He's got a fair bit of scarring down the side of the car. Look at the scratches go on the livery. Josh Drage going to hold on this one. And look at this, an impressive 21 positions for Josh Drage. There you go, 21 positions is where he has gone up. Started out at position number 36. Can you believe that? 36. That is super impressive. Dylan Saints ain't going to give up though. Still having to go around the outside. Drage just resettles there. Mark Beck in the background looking. Will something happen? Contact. Maybe he can go through on the inside. Lots happening in the background. Few incidents still there. Looks like car number 42 contact was 76. Pit lane penalty, that was early on in the race. That was lap number 1. It'll be Sutto, won't it? 42, Nick Sutton. He won't be happy about that. That might be why we've seen him in the pits. So a few incidents being adjudicated in the background by our 24/7 race control. Once again, great to have them on board. It looks like we are going to finish this lap off now. Jack Witter still leading us. Sam Dicker now has moved up, and he will be in position number 2. So he's just behind him. It's gone out to 1.8 seconds for Jack Widders. He's got himself a little bit all in the background there. Looks like Blake Warboy. Is that Ashbarella? Ashbarella coming through. 4 positions gain now in 3rd position in the Mustang. Gets the move done, and looks Sam Dicker needs to watch out. Barella is on a charge in the supercar. He's followed up by Nathan Norman, Callan Gear and Dean Powell. This is a good battle. 4 cars involved in this one. It's all for P number 3. Watch them going around the line-up. It's going to be a bit of a drafting point. If we can get a bit down the back end of the circuit, maybe we can get a little bit of a draft going. Lap 2 incident, car number 27, no further action. That's Daniel Norris, no further action from lap number 2. So we'll have to wait and see. That's good news for Mr. Norris. He'll be very, very happy if that's the case. It stays that way. We have a look. Ashbarella now in 3rd position. 1 and 2. Just got a little bit of a gap there at the moment. Jack Widders has opened up. And look, who is that in the distance? That's someone a bit further back. Bit further back. It might be Mr. Norris, actually, who we just had up on our screen after that early incident. And look at the war wounds on that car. It is hurting. Rossi Johnson's there with him as well. Trying to see Justin Cotter is around. So it's Justin Cotter as well involved. Well, not involved in the incident, but back there in a battle, which is for position number 26. Now, I'm just going to have a look and see if any of those guys, that none of them have gone in the pits by the looks of this. Because we do have one pit. There's one standard pit stop, which we will have to take. Pit lane, no, we do have a couple that have gone in. Rossi Johnson looks like he's gone through pit lane. Daniel Norris has. That's why we see them down the back a bit more. They have gone through pit lane. Timmy Driscoll's up 11 positions. It looks like he's done a pit stop according to my screen. And Mr. Driscoll. The gas man entry in position number 21. A few cars just in the background lurking around, whether they can make it or not. Ray Oliver. Where has he gone? Ray Oliver, see if he's out there in position number 34 somewhere. It looks like, number 99, failure to hold brakes, pit lane penalty. So we might have lost him in the race. He might have pulled out of that one. So working through that one, still getting some incidents out of the way. Remembering we do have to do 1 pit stop throughout this one, so there will be 1 pit stop that has to be taken. 1 pit stop that we will have to compulsory pit stop. There may be some more for some fast repairs. There's 1 fast repair on hand if we need to take them. Of course, Race Control 24/7 taking care of our safety car this weekend and all of our penalties. They were doing a fantastic job in the background of making sure everyone's staying honest out there. Just having a look where else we've got a little bit of a fight. Dean Powell and Callan Gear look like they're not too far apart. Let's go back to that position there, position number 4. And look, Callan Gear alongside. Almost makes contact there. That's got to be close. Dean Powell covers him off though, inside line there, slides the car out there onto brakes. It's heavy braking, the rear becomes very light. Callan Gear, you think's got the position at the moment, the nose in front and driving away. So the L&S off-road entry of Callan Gear now takes that position number 4. We'll have to see. Dean Powell may not be able to make that one back in the short term. He may have to regroup after that big slide coming in the last couple of corners. You can see he's just a little bit behind now, Callan Gear. Reset yourself. Calm down. Sometimes that's what you need to do. Just calm down a little bit. Gorgeous Red Bull ring. Look at all the trees there. Means we can't see much. Dean Crosby, where's he going? Coming down the road there in position 22. He won't be too happy about it, down 12 position, but it looks like he has gone through pit lane. That is a good one. Everyone's coming in the pits now, though. Everybody in the pits. Might be a few pit lane penalties coming out of this one, I'd say. I'm possibly going to say that we may have a safety car out on track because I'm seeing everybody. No, we don't. No, I'm not seeing that actually. I thought maybe, just maybe, we would have a... Just seems to be a few people coming into the pit all of a sudden. They've decided to come through. Everyone's starting to tour, including our race leader possibly. Yes, they've all gone the pits. They're all touring, coming back out. Everyone on the tour at the moment. So Jack Widders gets in and out. Look behind. Couple coming in the background too. We go back, and might be Simon Farrington actually. 32 positions for Simon Farrington. 32 positions. What a run. I'm going to assume he has not done pit lane though. That might be the only downside to that one. But I'll look, take it. Simon, stay out there. 32 positions. The longer you can stay out there, the better. Hold on to this one. Currently sitting in 6th position there. He's between Ash Barella and Damon Mulqueen. You have to watch out for Mulqueen. He's super fast as well. And I reckon the guys in front, Nathan Norman and Callan Gear, are about to get into it as well. There could be a little side-by-side action here. Gear's going to pull him behind him. Norman covers off, holding on to position number 3. Gear, though, resets up. Going to reset up for this one. 20 minutes remaining. We're halfway through this race at the moment. 12 laps have been completed. We're on lap number 12. We're about to complete 12 laps. Well, thanks to the nteseries.com.au. Of course, don't forget you can go to the website. You need to do that, nteseries.com.au. And when we do stream live, we will have that coming up. You'll see the notification come up for the YouTube channel. We've also got it on the NTE Series Facebook Live for you. Or you can head over to the Medicav Media Twitch page as well. Great to see them, and if you do want to stay up to date with everything that's happening, make sure you go to the Breaking Late podcast every Thursday while we've got this championship running. Another couple of weeks. Well, we've got quite a few weeks, actually. We've got a bit of a break. We've got a week off next week, and then we'll be back the week after, so a 2-week break after this race. That's not too far away, and Nathan Norman, as you can see, in position number 3, and looks like Callan Gear just come off a bit of a heat has come away at the moment. He's got a little bit of a stretch there at the moment, so that's good for him. 40-minute race to finish things off tonight in the supercars. A whole 40 minutes. They had a 20-minute qualifying session. Jack Widders started off position number 2, now leading us out at the moment. Alongside him was Blake Warboys, and he has dropped right back at the moment. So we're having some issues there with Blake Warboys. And I do believe we may have a safety car coming out. Looks like I'm seeing something come up in there. Possibly. I think we may do, because I'm seeing some movement coming here on the time screen. I'm seeing this come up in our events page, so we might have something happening very, very shortly. Josh Drage, how's he going? Position number 12. He's another hard charger at the moment. Let's have a look at the driver stats. He's been pushing forward, Josh Drage, 24 positions. Came all the way from the back, position number 36 up to 12. It's another big position mover. Beyond the charge, maybe, just maybe, we'll see him get the drive of the day. Remembering that's $25 iRacing credit. $25 iRacing credit for drive of the day. And that's all thanks to Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, or Airs NT, drive of the day, $25 iRacing credits. Of course, best and fairest, thanks to West Oz Roof Restorations, $150 cash for the series. The Pool Guys Adelaide, the most improved, $80 cash for the series. $50, mate, get the wooden spoon, get your money back, $50. And, of course, Higher Power, the best presented cars, Ford and Holden. It looks like we have got a safety car out. I am seeing the safety car has been deployed, and they are all slowing down. That is very interesting safety car out at the moment. Look at them lined up. Very, very interesting. What we might do, while we've got this opportunity, we are going to grab a couple of words from our fantastic sponsors and come right back as safety car conditions right now, halfway through our supercar race here for round number 2 at the Red Bull Ring for the Shannons Insurance NTE Series.
for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff of over 40 years experience in the Territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Cool Drive, and Mattycat Media.
Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
So fantastic that we could go to Winton for round number 4. That is finally revealed here on the NTE Series. And as you can see, our Shannons Insurance NTE Series safety car is out, all thanks to 24/7 Race Control. Joining me now in the commentary box is Daniel Leet, who's come in and made it an exciting race so far. Jack Whittis leading us. Sam Dicker doing a nice job to be in second position at the moment.
Yeah, good evening, mate. Great to be back for what is round 2 here tonight. Shame to see we're under safety car already, but from what we've heard so far, racing action has been hard and fierce and, you know, living up to exactly what we saw last time out. But I've got to say, looking forward to round 4, Winton Motor Speedway. Absolutely phenomenal piece of track in iRacing, only recently released, and my God, is it difficult to get a car to work around that circuit now.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is we can still, it's not like Oran Park, we can still go to this circuit, we can still race it, and quite a few of the cars, I would say. It looks like we're not too far from getting back underway as Jack Whittis will lead us out of this one. So safety car after lap number 13. We've had 2 cars under safety car. And we're not too far away. Jack Whittis, Sam Dicker in second now. He'll be happy about this one. Nathan Norman. Callan Gear and Nathan Norman have been going at it for a bit too. Ash Barella is a nice surprise there. Josh Drage has had to come all the way from the back. 24 positions. Dan, 24 positions so far in 13 laps of racing.
That is a phenomenal effort, especially around a circuit like Red Bull Ring, where it's not easy to pass at all. I mean, we saw from how difficult it is to get the cars around in the lap preview, and as we've seen so far tonight, I mean, for Dicker to do exactly what he's done, that is amazing.
Look as they come down to turn number 1. Who's going to set up there? Looking in the background. Oh, we come around. Let's see as they exit turn number 1. Might be a bit further back. Bit of a dive there from Mark Peck. Looks like he's going to come down the inside of Halkitis as they're sliding out, one of the WKMP boys.
It's a good clean restart, however, all into single file. We've got a couple of side-by-sides on the way out through turn 1 there, but the big run up towards the hairpin still going well as ever. Whittis doing a nice job just to hold that position, and then a move nearly down the inside. Didn't quite make that move stick.
I just like to change the camera on you so you don't get to see it, that's all.
Well, look, I'm okay with that, but every time I look at that corner, you know what it reminds me of? It's MotoGP from last season, where we saw that phenomenally big wreck come through and nearly clean up Valentino Rossi. Yeah,
that's look, it's a good corner for overtaking. You can take a bit of a risk there, I reckon. Why not put the nose in, see what happens?
Well, yeah. Hey, look, there's definitely no harm in trying to get the nose in. But it's then getting the drive out that's the tricky part, and almost plays benefit to going a little wider on exit, get the power down nice and early, and then accelerate the way through. But watch the guys a little further down the order here at the moment. They're not leaving anything on the table. We know Mulqueen's very adept in these cars, had a bit of a rough start in the TCR race, and working his way back up through the field now in the supercar. And I mean, mate, he has come on. I remember watching him in another league, in GTs, very, very strong in that category. Moving across over to both the TCR and the supercar this season, he's picked it up like a duck to water.
Yeah, he certainly has, and it's good to see so many people joining us for this. We've got some new names in the series as well, so I'm kind of glad we've got these people who are changing up. What I like about this season is the TCR race. We see some of the competitors have really struggled in there. Josh Drage, very strong when it comes to the supercars, hasn't been as strong in the TCR. A few people struggling to get the TCR car off the line as well. I've noticed that. It's not as easy as a supercar by the looks of it.
No, not at all. And I mean, that front wheel drive is, even though you'd think it'd be a little bit better, you've got front wheel drive, you've got the weight of the engine, in most of these cases, over the front of those tyres to help aid in the traction. It's not an easy thing to get off the line. You almost need to have a handbrake in there, load it up on effectively like a line lock, and then try and just walk it away nicely off the line. The supercar, it's even more tricky because you've got no weight over the rear other than a bit of fuel in the back, and it's super easy to set the tyres alight in that thing.
Just having a look down here, and Malqueen we've got up on screen at the moment in position number 6, and he's got a bit of a barrage in front of him and behind him. He's sort of in the middle there, but Josh Drage continues his tough run here. He's gone up another position, 25 positions into a P11 now, so, and all over the back of Kevin Norman as well. He's not too far behind, so the flat-out car's better watch, Mr. Norman. Oh, a bit of a wiggle there. Let's have a look. How close is this? Right on the back. Nathan Designs. Can't miss that. Sam Dickett Motorsport. He's going to have a bit of a run down here. Gets him in the draft. Turn number 1's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's a great overtake down the inside there. Holds it too wide and just runs him out wide on the exit there. Luckily, that curbing not really too much impact, but he's going to lose almost a couple of spots here. Look for another run down in towards the hairpin as the two behind really starting to get into a fight here as well.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Michael Freeman, that is, in position number 12, and right behind Michael Freeman is Stephen Kennedy. Now, his teammate, Darren Crosby, was phenomenal in the TCR race. Unfortunately, he's had a few issues in this one and hasn't really paid off for him. He's ended up down the back of the pack a little bit further than he probably wanted to be.
Yeah, look, to be fair, no one wants to be down the back end of the pack. Unfortunately, we will see someone there, but with the circuit variety that we've got, it might be just as simple as this track just doesn't suit that particular driver, and they'll work their way through. They'll pick themselves up. We've still got another 4 rounds of this series to still progress on with. So there's still plenty more points in the bag and good finishing results still on offer for these guys.
Simon Farrington there looks like a bit of contact with car number 99, a pit lane penalty there after lap number 16, so that's a bit of an issue for him. He was up like 32 positions. Farrington started right down the back once again, didn't seem to get a qualifying time there. I think might have gone to the outer limits of the track, but was right up there, hadn't pit stopped yet. So you know what it's like when everyone's gone on the pits and you're down the back, all of a sudden you are back up the front, but I reckon that's happened under safety car, that issue. The Ingwadi car, though, of Michael Halkitis, the HP group on board the HB. Mr. Halkitis, and another one who's done various forms of motorsport. His old man, very proficient sprint car steerer as well. He's been out on the circuit. I think they've got the Commodore Cup cars as well. And I know he's definitely done drifting. So good to see Michael Halkitis back for the series.
Yeah, doing really good. How's the traffic jam just in front of him here? We've got the guys 3 wide now up towards the hairpin. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers to gain a position? It looks like we've got 3 spots. They're swallowing everyone up down there and a bit of contact just for good measure at the hairpin.
I'm going to say that's Daniel Norris there. I've seen the Pecky's logo on the side. I'm just going to have a look and see if we can find Mr. Daniel Norris, number 27 car. He's managed to pull himself out of that one, but they're all in the background there. Look, they're fighting it out, though. They are absolutely fighting it out. Good to see his brothers back too, Mr. Sean Norris. He's at a tough stoush tonight, I suppose. He's managed to improve in this one, and this is what I like about this. Sean Norris in the supercars, or for the Australian rollers, he has improved an impressive 13 positions. Started 28th, now in position number 15.
Yeah, that's an awesome drive. And I mean, let's not forget, we had a good chat to him at the end of the Phillip Island round, and he was our wildcard entry for that one, and drives with just the hand controls on the wheel, which was great for us to get a little bit of insight into how that works. But, mate, he has come on with this car, and I think the more time he gets behind the wheel, we're going to see him further up the front there now as Josh Drage just loses a position. That's Michael.
He gains one over Jakey, mate. But Jakey, they used to live together. We used to joke that Josh Drage used to do Jakey's qualifying laps for him.
All right, so no love lost between those two then.
No love lost at all.
Run later on.
You know, it's like yelling at the boss, taking a position off him.
Well, yeah, but hey, you can get away with that. And just ahead of these two, you've got Paul Mansell there. So that's another good scalp if he's able to position that car up another position. And he's definitely got the pace on board that car to move it forward. Mansell, though, is not an easy competitor to get through. We've seen that last round. He worked very, very well with his teammate, Guy Leach, who unfortunately not here tonight. But, mate, he is not an easy competitor to get the nose up and under for starters, and then to finish the move off at the end.
No, and he has struggled again tonight. The TCR, as he goes sideways now, we get him on screen. He is up 9 positions at the moment, Paul Mansell, in the cool drive entry. And look, just slid the car out there, but he struggled again tonight, started way back. And you don't want to be in that pack. I know when he starts off the front couple of rows of the grid, normally he can keep those elbows out, really compete. But when you're down the back, you got to be very careful as you drive through everybody who's probably doesn't normally have the pace that Paul Mansell has. He might be struggling with the setup there, fixed setup, of course. Lap 19 looks like car number 26, which is Michael Halkitis, with contact with 79, which is Mark Peck. So that must have been who got turned around. Pit lane penalty for that one. So Michael Halkitis will have to tour the pits.
Yeah, that'll just put a bit more sting in the tail after that contact. But yeah, you're right. Look, Mansell doing a very good job, and I guess that's the big challenge too when you think about a fixed setup series. Is it's not going to work for every driver at every circuit, and they're going to have to make adaptations to their driving style to get the most out of it. And I know, like, coming from a fixed series supercar event where you've got plenty of flexibility in these cars. You think we've taken away at the moment the ability to control the anti-roll bars in these cars. You can't move the brake bias forward and back as the fuel load wears down. That's a lot of tools out of the toolbox that you really can't deploy in these races.
Yeah, that's right. The fuel load's a big thing. These are heavy cars, but it seems to me everyone seems to be practicing with the supercar. I mean, the TCR, they've always got the ABS and they not quite as fast. They seem to be easier to get into. Everyone seems to be practicing with the supercar at the moment. We see that with the practice sessions throughout the week, the official practice sessions. And it's showing because that's where a lot of our drivers that we are familiar with are actually shining. As Jack Witters pushes the car all the way on the outside. Sam Dicker follows him out there too in the background. Ash Barella, looks like maybe something's happened to Ash Barella in the background in the 334, who's been quite impressive tonight. He was all the way up in 3rd or 4th position for a while. But now he's going to be fighting it out down the back there, and Dylan Sates right over the back of him. Kevin Norman's gone by. Wow, he's lost a number of positions there. I reckon he's lost about 7 positions in that fight.
Yeah, I wonder if that was similar to what we saw from Paul Mansell just before getting the little bit of a tank slapper on the way out through 7 and 8 as you come through that quick turn there. And I mean, these cars, as you say, very heavy. Don't like the change of rotation in them. There's a little bit of contact here on the end. They're not going to get that pulled up. All 3 involved in that. And who was that running off wide? We didn't quite catch who that was. But the guy's doing a good job to pull those cars up and still try and make an apex somewhere in that corner.
Yeah, they did an absolutely fantastic job too. I don't know why we didn't lose all 3 cars, and we're very lucky as it looks like car number 18, contact with 99, for moving, unwarning, under brakes, I think that is. So that's not good. As we seem to be a couple of penalties being dished out amongst the drivers at the moment. It's going to get back to Dean Powell, though, in the 999 entry. He's got a little bit of a gap now over Josh Drage, who's back to Paul Mansell. They're not too far apart either. They're all starting to close up again. Nathan Norman in the 96 is another one who's now still in this fight with Callan-Gear. They were in this a little bit earlier, and this was a good one to watch.
Yeah, I think this will be a good scrap from these guys. I still can't get over just how much curbing on the outside of those last 2 corners we're seeing all these cars using. I know we called that as a point of contention in the hot lap, but they're not letting it go. They're running everything they can and then using all the curb and then some on the back end to try and extend the run and set themselves up here.
Look at that. That's probably from previously Ash Barella, their contact with car 999, Dean Powell. So that's where that has come from. No further action, though, because it looks like Dean Powell probably hasn't been affected as much He's still in 6th position. Looks like he might have just hurt himself. The Josh Drage up 29 positions now. Look at Callan-Geary. He's not going to let him go. These guys are going to fight it out. In the background, just behind catching up, watch out, Damon Mulqueen, who's been super fast. Started off the second row of the grid. He was number 1 when it came to the TCR. He started off the second row. In this one, he puts a nose down. Has to lock the front tyres up, and Mulqueen should get out of this one, get a nice advantage.
Yeah, just drives it around the outside, takes the line, and that will be a position in his favour. Although he's not going to get it easy. They're making that car still work to come through there. And for Nathan Norman, he just gets a little bit of a reprieve. You see him just slide the back end of that Commodore out on the exit there.
And look, that final penalty looks like car number 21 contact, so that'll be Dylan Saints contact with 334. Self-penalised, so redressing that one. So race control, 24/7 race control, doing a fantastic job in the background, making sure everything's happening. We'll have to wait. We are going to catch up with our winners of the races after this. So we'll catch up with our winners, have a bit of a chat with them.
Still not even much on the table there. They're still pushing these cars very, very hard. Mulqueen doing a good job now trying to just eke out that little bit of time advantage. Got a little bit of a gap here, but that's a fair whack for him now to try and catch up to Nathan Norman in that 3rd position there, and he's going to really have to put the hammer down. There's not that much time left in this race. This will be the final lap for these guys here.
Yeah, they won't make this round, will they? 25 seconds remaining in this race. It's been 40 minutes under Supercars. We've had the TCR run and done. The TCR race has been run and done, and it was Jack Widders who won that. Can he make it 2 from 2? He's only got himself, well, not even half a lap left to go, but can he make 2 races from 2 in round number 2? He was so strong in last year's series, his first series he's ever competed with in the Shannons Insurance NT Series. Sam Dicker's not given up. Look at him pushing the car as it comes out of the ripple strips, doing everything he possibly can to make it happen. Widders looking too strong. He's just comfortable.
He looks really, really good in this car. He's managed the tyres beautifully. It's not hurting him at all. And Dicker at the back there is not leaving anything on the cards here. As we'll see, Widders just go that little bit wide, almost possibly an off track there. And you've got to really watch out for that gravel trap because that'll suck these cars in.
Well, we're not too far away from finishing this lap and coming down to the checkered flag. Widders leading us over. He's got a 1 second lead over Sam Dicker, 1 and 2. Here they come. 1 and 2 about to cross the finish line here for round number 2 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series from the Red Bull Ring. Then it's going to be Nathan Norman, Damon Mulqueen. Looks like that's going to come through the way it is. They're going to be fast paced now as they go through. They're all crossing the line. Jake Burgess looks like he's got over as well. Keep going down there. Oh, here we go. Kevin Norman. Dylan Saints isn't too far away from crossing the finish line as well. Looks like that is done for him as well. In the background, I was trying to see if that Mr. Peck can't be too far away, I don't think. Nathan Brown in the 86. Trying to see who we've got going over. We might have a few more getting done. Mitch Strzelecki. No, he's already crossed over, I think. They've been pretty quick for me, I tell you what, as they go over the finish line. I'm struggling to keep up with them at the moment. It's been a big night of racing, as it looks like we're all grabbing those checkered flags for our results. Great to see so many people coming across the finish line there. Jack Widders is our winner here. 2 from 2 for Jack Widders as we keep going. Actually, have we got a checkered flag yet? Or are we still going? Have they managed to make that over the line? They've managed to make that over the line, I think.
Well, it's a pretty good job if they've snuck it over the line at the end there. It looks like they're still going on for one more. So, yeah, you might be right here, mate. We'll keep an eye on this.
We got excited a little bit early. There we go. Flash of the lights. Now we're going to call it.
Well, there you go. So, Widders across the line in first. Sam Dicker gets it home in third. We've got to keep an eye on that battle for 3rd position, though. There's Norman and Mulqueen very, very close. Norman just sneaks that car across the line ahead of Mulqueen there on the exit.
Don't look in the background. Is that Jakey Burgess a bit further down? I'm just going to keep going through and see if we can grab as many people over the line as possible. Justin McLean.
Getting there.
Dylan Saints behind him. Norris will be the next one coming down. And he's only just going to get that. I'm just trying to see who that is behind him. But they're all starting to come down now. Very quick as they go across. Mark Peck's not too far away from crossing the finish line. He's back in 24th position. There he goes. Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tune. Fantastic supporters. MP Style and Signage on the side as well. Sean Norris back in 33. He lost a few positions there towards the end, but managed to get home anyway. Michael Haukitis, who didn't finish the race he wanted to. Was that Norris doing burnouts down there? I think maybe. I don't know. Everyone's just going to finish this off one. Look, what I need to do is find Tommy Orton. Is Tommy Orton still in here? He's already gone to bed. He's gone past his bedtime. No Nicky Sutton. That's a shame. We want to see Nicky Sutton there. He likes to party. Good to see, though, all of our winners race, run and done for race number 2 of the Shannons Insurance NTE Series at the Red Bull Ring. And, well, here are our top 3. Damon Wildqueen comes in, manages to get 3rd there. No, that's Nathan Norman. No. That's something going wrong with the overlay system there. Let's not worry about that. For some reason, it's that seems to be not happy tonight. Let's have a look at this, though. The race results seem to be coming up fine. Let's have a look as we get those up on our screen. We're going to run through them right now. 27th was Blake Wallboys. I don't know why that's up the top. Jack Widders in first. That's what we like to see. Dan Mulqueen in 4th. Nathan Norman in 3rd. Sam Dicker in 2nd. So that's sort of working. We've just jumbled the thing up a lot. That's all we've done. We've decided to jumble up our results page there if you want to read the number on the left-hand side. That's
the thing is, mate, you like a challenge and trying to pick
I like a challenge.
How do you go with it?
This is what I do. I bring this one up, and because this one's working for me, Jack Widders in 1st, Sam Dicker in 2nd, 3rd Nathan Norman, Damon Mulqueen in 4th, Callum Gear in 5th, Dean Power in 6th, Josh Rage in 7th, Paul Mansell in 8th. That's a good fight back from him. Jakey Burgess in 9th, and Michael Freeman in 10th. 11th is going to be Kevin Norman, Ash Barella in 12th, Stephen Kennedy in 13th, Justin McLean in 14th, Dylan Sates in 15th. In 16th position was Daniel Norris. Darren Crosby made it up to 17th. 18th was Richard Barella, up 4 positions. Nathan Brown, 19th. Tommy Orton, 20th. Neil Woodburn in 21st. Then we go back to Ray Oliver in 22nd. Rossi Johnson ended up in 23rd. Mark Peck in 24th. 25th was James Etz. 26th was Sean Norris. 27th was Michael Gore. 28th was Bradley Minchell. 29th was Michael Alkidis. Cameron Edwards, 30th. 31st, Blake Warboys, all the way back there. 32nd, Timmy Driscoll. Mitch Trizlecki in 33. And John Van Ree, 34th. Simon Farrington back to 35. And Justin Cotter in 36. Nick Sutton, well, he was out early in the 42. That was a bit of a shame from him. Is that Mr. Orton in the background doing something, whatever he does? I don't know. I can't keep up with him. He's doing something.
That's all right, mate. Not many can, so you're all right there.
I'm all right there, you reckon?
Yeah, you're right for now.
I'm all right for now. Let's. So that's how our results ended up. Your podium. Let's have a look at that and see if this is going to come up for us. Jack Widders was a strong competitor tonight, 2 from 2, and I do believe we are going to have him in for an interview just very shortly. No, that's not going to do for it either. So it's just going to be that results on the left-hand side we had. Let's grab, though, Mr. Jack Widders in here for just a bit of a chat. We'll see if we can have a talk with Jack at the moment. Let's pick Jack Widders first. He's in our green room. Well, there he is. He's come in. Jack, you've joined us here in the commentary box, mate. Fantastic night of racing tonight. What a comeback after round 1 and 2 from 2.
Yeah, absolutely stoked with getting both wins there. I knew I needed to have a good one, so yeah, finally made it happen.
How hard is it to come out of a TCR car and get straight into the supercar?
I don't know about the rest of the boys, but for me, I find it extremely difficult. Yeah, they're just so different. Like the TCR is just understeer when you accelerate, and the V8 supercars oversteer when you accelerate. So yeah, 2 very different driving styles.
Yeah, they are very, very different, especially launching. I noticed a lot of people having drama launching. You had Malqueen alongside you in that TCR race, but he just went nowhere. So are they very difficult to get off the line?
Yeah, I find it very finesse to do. Like just super light throttle and kind of like just take it off on low revs. But yeah, if you get that bit of wheel spin going, there's no coming back from it.
Look, Sam Dicker stayed with you towards the end of the race. Did you look in the mirrors? Did you think maybe, or were you just cruising along and leaving him at a safe 1 second distance?
No, he was pushing me. I didn't have much more left in the tank, so yeah, props to him. I think if he managed to get in front, I don't think I would have got past him.
Well, it's good to see that he's pushing all the way. He missed out on round number 1. Now, when it comes to championship, Guy Leach was out tonight. Who do you think is going to be your biggest competitor towards the end? Because obviously it's about getting those points every round, especially having the TCR and the supercar round.
I think Nathan Norman's looking pretty good for it at the moment. He's been super consistent, and he's proved to be very fast this season. Well,
he's matched it just much like you. He's done double threes tonight. He's 3rd in the TCR and 3rd in the supercar. So, yeah, you're right. He's going to keep those points going. Hopefully it will go down to the wire between yourself and maybe 2 or 3 competitors this year.
Yeah, I would definitely like to be there at the end after that first round at Phillip Island and TCR car. Making that small mistake there, that really put me on the back foot. So hopefully I can claw it back and get in the lead there some stage.
And the news about Winton being our mystery round, pretty happy about that. A new track that you've probably been there in real life.
Definitely looking forward to that. I haven't had a chance to jump on there and have a look at it yet. So yeah, hopefully it suits my style.
Have you turned a lap there in real life?
No, I've been there plenty of times though, but yeah, never driven it myself.
Oh, there we go. Something new for you.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Mate, thank you for your time tonight. We can't wait to see what you can do in round number 3. It's a couple of weeks away, so you got some time there, I suppose, to get some practice. And you're not going to miss any rounds, are you?
No, I'm planning to be there for them all, so yeah, definitely looking forward to the next one.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, great to hear from Jack Widders, who's, done so good, I suppose, at the start of this series, and to get 2 wins here tonight is going to help him in the points. We'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. Of course, if you want to stay with everything, make sure you go to the website, nteseries.com.au is where all the information will be. And don't forget, every Thursday night, the Breaking Late podcast. They will be catching up with our winners, our wild cards, with the championship standings, a bit of a recap and results from the round. So make sure you check that out this Thursday night. Tonight, we had Jack Widders, Blake Warboys and Nathan Norman, 1, 2, 3 in the TCR, followed by Jack Widders, Sam Dicker and Nathan Norman, 1, 2, 3 in the Supercar. It's round number 2 from the Red Bull Ring. We're going to Winton round number 4. Dan, what else do we need to say?
Mate, look, I'm looking forward to Winton. I think it's going to be a really tricky circuit. We've gone 2 already big, fast-flowing circuits, Phillip Island, now the Red Bull Ring, or for us old people, the A1 Ring, if you want to remember back to like 1996 to 06. But I think the next round's going to be a tricky one. It's very much a mix of fast and flowing in a few areas. We're off to Watkins Glen. We're going to do the boot layout out there, but we've also got the bus stop inclusion into that one as well. So that's going to be really tricky for these guys. I think in past events we've seen with the supercar, it can be very tough to get that car to work, especially the run up through the hill. It's very tight and confined, and we've seen guys here tonight 2 and 3 wide all the way through. There's no room to breathe in that, so that'll be a really tricky one. That's in a fortnight's time, so we'll keep an eye on that one. But mate, I am really looking forward to seeing Winton. I know from the experience that I've got around there, just this last week alone, it is not going to be an easy circuit for these guys to get the most out of both of these cars, because it's a very slippery track surface. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're able to do in both that TCR car and also the supercar.
Well, NTE Racing fans, we are about to get out of here it's been round number 2. It's been a pleasure, and we can't wait to see what it is 2 weeks' time before we head into round number 3. We'll see you there. Good night.
Looking for an easy option for equipment or plant hire? Hire Power NT staff have over 40 years experience in the Territory and are now located in 3 convenient locations. With quality customer service and extensive product knowledge, why would you use anyone else? You'll find us in Yarrawonga, Winnelli and Katherine with the latest, most up-to-date equipment for the local tradie and DIY enthusiast. Call us today for all your equipment and plant hire needs. We've got it, or we'll get it.
The 2022 Shannons Insurance NTE Series is back with a new challenge, all thanks to our series sponsors. Shannons Insurance, Pecky's Performance and Dyno Tuning, Paul Mansell Photography, NP Style Signage and Graphics, Auto Inspections and Road Services NT, West Oz Roof Restorations, Higher Power NT, Pool Guys Adelaide, Pool Drive, and Matty Cat Media.